Going medieval is one of the most unique games out there. Today we're going to be building out one of the coolest super castles on the hardest difficulty possible. Please survive. Please survive. So I have taken 6 of my members and I have placed them in the woods with 2 goats and a cat named Ellie. So let's go over the settings here. I've created a scenario called the Knights of Knee. Now you can see I put the Advanced Strength multiplier to 300%, Advanced Strength escalator to Unforeseeable, the hardest difficulty, Wound Severity 150%, enemy hit points I put to 100%, I don't want a bunch of bullet sponges. The starting season is winter, starting event none, starting event schedule, very hard, difficulty experience. This is as hard as it gets. Essentially, raids can be twice my population and have way better equipment and armor, and it gets very difficult. So we're going to have to utilize every trick I've learned playing this game for the last couple of years. The reason I chose this map is because we're way up high, we have limestone everywhere, and we have water here. Now, all I've done so far is create our initial structure. We have a butcher outside, a game they can throw hoops at, it's cool, I guess, a campfire. We did get a bowyer's table, so for research, I went immediately into wooden weaponry, and we're trying really hard to get into Fletching too, so we can start making longbows, and then eventually we want to get into Crossbows 1 as fast as possible. For that reason, I did a lot with these people. Benjamin is an expert tailor, Bongo is an expert mining and melee character, specializing with perks that just make him an absolute god of movement and speed. Some of the best skills down here: Ronnie, which increases his movement, global work speed, and melee weapon damage multiplier, and Hefty. Now Hefty decreases his movement speed, but that's counteracted by the first perk, but it increases his melee damage multiplier by 20%, and his mining speed by 25%, coupled with just an enormous amount of things like Industrious, and giving him things like Cold Hardy, which makes him impervious to the cold, and Whirlwind, which increases his movement speed again. He's actually Speedy Gonzalez, and he can clear through stone. Now, Bravery is our expert bowman. He's also our botanist, and that's pretty much it. He's just a really good archer and a botanist, and he has a little bit of cooking skills. Eerie V is our master constructor, also a 10 marksman. Ender is our master animal handler, and it's really important that if you have an animal handler, you give him Witchy. We're going to train our goats to haul goods for us. This will be a massive force multiplier. And then History Teacher is the egghead of the group with the 35 intellect and 20 speechcraft. He does all our bartering. Now the best skills for this are down here. Wise, I pretty much give this to everybody because it gives them 20% XP gain. Erudite gives them 30% XP gain plus 5 intellectual, so he's got 50% XP gain right there. And then Fair, which gives him 20% on bargaining and aesthetic value plus 10%, and he has good positive social interactions. These are our main traders. So this is the group of people we have, and I'll be adding people who are members of my channel. Thank you guys for supporting. Really appreciate it. By adding you to the game. Now just make sure to sign the waiver. And let's begin this journey. So as I said, we got some stuff out. I got a main little area up here with all of our storage in here. We got some beds. We got a table. We got a research bench. And then we're digging into the ground. So for this, I actually went down 1, and then I went down 2 more floors because I don't want to have a flooding issue. Now, flooding has been recently added in the game as of 1.0. So what you want to do is just make sure you build your walls out of stone, or you build an underground pool, which I've done in a previous video, and you can actually drain out the whole place. So if your underground area does get full up with water, you can actually just drain it out. So don't worry about it. We've put the top of this all with wooden merlins, and so we're preparing for our first raid, and we're just trying to survive the winter. Now, the majority of our food has been coming from down over here. We have a lot of fish, so we're just going to continue to get fish. One thing I really appreciate about the game is I think personally the graphics are very, very decent for all that it does. It's basically like a 3D Rimworld in medieval times. It's a lot of fun. So once we're out of winter, we're going to get heavy into farming. We're going to try to attract new people, and we need to get limestone and start working on a proper castle. Now, as we dig deeper into the earth, as you can see here, we have started going as deep as possible. We got 2 of our folk down here working on it. Very good. Hey, let's just keep trucking along. We have 118 raw meat, 90 trout, so we're doing just fine on food. One thing we'll want to get into pretty early here is terraforming, so we can take out the limestone and replace it with dirt. Tailoring, of course. But we're really close to fletching too, so I'm going to let them keep working on that. We're 1 book away. There we are. We got it. All right, now we can make longbows, and we can also make the staff slings. And these are pretty dope. All right, bravery's lending a hand now. So we're never going to... Well, that's not true. We should always have around 2 of these, because the longbow has requirements. And typically, you have to be at least, I believe, 10 a marksman to use a longbow. But we're just going to make a plethora of everything. So I would say at any given time, we have 3 longbows. I say we make some staff slings too. Say until we have 3. And we have a few people who can help out here. Now, you need the 20 carpentry for crossbows. Crossbows I'm just going to make individually. They're a little expensive. They're actually not too bad now. We can get up the other station here, the woodworking bench. And eventually I want to move all this stuff inside. Right now I'm just putting it outside. Actually, I should probably get the stuff inside as fast as possible. So let's work on getting a crafting room down here. Yeah, we're going way down. We gotta go way down here. They went down a tile, 1 more tile than I actually wanted them to. Whoopsie daisy, right? This isn't a problem. We're just gonna cancel it and fill it in. No biggie. And we're just gonna fill it in with a limestone wall. That'll be just fine. Stability of 4. So stability is really important. Okay, wood and limestone both have the same stability. We need to get bricks, but we'll be okay for now. Okay, yeah, be really, really careful in how you do all this stuff. So this is actually the level we're at. Now, we don't want to come over here because that's the water. So we want to stay away from that. And we have a lot of room to work with here. So we're going to go out this way, out this way. And if we don't use a limestone wall or something like that, the area will flood. So we'll want to be really careful about that. But here we go. I'm going to let them get to work and just get the basic parameter out. Everyone so far is pretty happy, and that's great. Our goat's name is Trumpek. Okay. All right. I didn't know that was a proper goat name. You learn a lot in this game. All right, so the temperatures inside are actually unstable. So much so that Bongo Doug is freezing and unconscious. Oh boy. Make sure everybody has self-tend enabled as well. We already set up ranged and melee. I'm gonna get self-tend on. All right, Bongo, you're just going to walk it off, all right? We're gonna get up another limestone brazier over here. 2 of these going. We do have a bit of wood, so it would be wise to get out a room for our crafting. It's going to take too long, I can tell right now. So yeah, wood is your friend in the beginning of the game. And also use wood on the lower parts over here. There we go. All this filled in. And we're going to put a door over here. Got a few people keep getting knocked unconscious, so that's kind of cool, I guess. And let's get a brazier in there as well. Now on our braziers, we want to make sure that we're not burning wood. So come down to your raw material. You don't want to do coal or wood, just have them burn the sticks. You're going to have more sticks than you know what to do with. And you can, copy and paste. Sometimes it's easier to copy and paste it so it has all the same settings. Dung brick is kind of cool to use as fuel. I'm going to disable dung brick as well. Alright, so we need a little bit of limestone and sand, so I'm going to priority haul in this limestone over here. There we go. Cancel that one. Get these guys here. That will help us get up what we need. Alright, we got a lot of research available. So, stone brick making would be the smart choice here. Let's go with that. And we need a little bit more wood. So we're going to come out here and cut down some trees. Yeah, we're going to need to start planting a lot of trees, as you can see. There we go. They're hard at work. And let's start thinking about the future here. So stonemason's bench in here. That's a no-brainer. We're going to start moving this stuff. Sometimes when you relocate, we'll see if they patched it. We might have to reset all of our crafting queues. I dislike that a lot, but that's just the way it is. So I'll put him right there. And the woodworking bench, this is where we can make wooden mechanical components, which are necessary for completing, I think, the first crossbow tier. Okay. We got the woodworking bench moved. Now we need to move the bowyer's table. This one's a little bit trickier. So we'll place it. Oof. Yeah, we're going to have to move all this stuff. It's a little weird. All right. Yeah, we'll just move it all back. There we go. Keep the butcher's table outside just for the time being. And, oh god, Ender. Ender, please. Please, sir. There were 6 clothing at one point. They've already gone through their clothing. Okay. So, we do have flimsy longbows. We do have slings. We have short bows now. I think we're going to start running out of storage here shortly, too. We got a lot of things that need to happen. We need to get into tailoring next, apparently, because my society has become a nudist colony in the winter. That's cool. I have a feeling Ender's just going to walk it off, though. He's cool enough. There we go. Okay, we got it good inside. So Ender needs some clothing. All right, Ender's unconscious now. Oh, boy. Yeah, this is what happens when you start with very few resources. All right. So, yeah, we're managing to cut out a good portion of this underbelly here. So what I want to do now is etch out some mass storage areas. So we're going to do kind of an interesting design here. I'm going to cut it out. We need to replace the walls. That's going to be the problem. So I'm going to keep earth walls and these, and we'll replace it with stone. And we'll just do a quick little 5x5. Like that. Okay. That will give us... We need to kind of do, like, precision room building here. Sometimes I'll go into these grand ambitions, but we need to focus on just getting some underground storage right now. We'll keep our crafting above ground, but we need to move that down ground, too, so that we're optimizing our efficiencies of movements, because the crafting material should be right next to crafting, right? All right, so Ender is having the worst day of his life, and as you can see here, we need to redo everything here. So we should do this until we have 3 longbows, 3 short bows, and 3 staff slings. I think staff slings are pretty cool. What I've noticed about slings is when they hit somebody, it stuns them. They have stun chances. We'll leave the wooden workbench alone for now, and the stonemason station, we'll get that up too. So I am going to have Benjamin come save Ender. Oh, Bongo's already on the case. All right, there you go. Bongo's got you. So it's essential that we get into tailoring immediately. We should probably go hunt something to get at least some leather. There's a wild goat. I'm going to go hunt that goat. There we go. Bravery's going to go get that goat. Get some leather off there that we can make some kind of clothing. Benjamin and Bravery have become friends. Once again, Bravery, all it takes is one conversation every time. Okay, so we're going to need to bust these out. Multiple tiles. I'm really afraid stuff's going to collapse, and then we're going to have to fill it full of a material. Now, ideally, we do have a lot of limestone, quite honestly. So ideally, we would come over here and get this station up. Let's prioritize construction of the stone bench, get into some limestone crafting. I love the pathfinding in the game. You can see the more they walk on stuff, especially snow, warms it up. Really cool. All right, so we got wooden floor in pretty much every area. Got this coming up right now. Beautiful. So I'm going to say we want at any given time, we hold shift, we can do it in sets of hundreds. Honestly, at this stage, as much as possible. Go for 500. Okay, now we can start on this room. We etched out the hallway system that we're going to be using. And this is why, honestly, and I want to go back to Bongo Duck, this is why you want someone who's just crazy. His mining speed is... Look at this. We can compare it. There's Eerie 5, still working on 1 go. Bongo did 3, and they haven't finished 1. Crazy. And keep in mind too, you're getting pretty good experience from doing this all the time. So he's got 1 rank, which gives him a 2.5 more XP modifier from doing mining activities. If you have 2 stars, you get 4 times the XP. Honestly, 1 star is pretty good. And we're gonna clear through this. Okay. And oh no, Ender no longer has clothing. We're going through our glowing fast, guys. We got a good sling. Everybody's got a weapon. Okay, Eerie 5. I'm gonna get you into a decent... Nice. Okay, so you need 10 marksmen for the longbow. All right, that's good. Pretty much everybody has that. So we should get everyone into longbows. And we just need a little bit more wood over here. So let's keep cutting down the forest. Go. Trees down here. We got some ledges. Now, eventually what we're going to do is seal this area off by just mining it out, and that will be great. There we go, we got our research. So we got to go immediately into tailoring. There we go. Tailoring is up, and let's get that tailoring bench up and right into it. So sewing station, 80 wood. And you can see this has a big footprint. Let's be very careful how we place this. Okay, I think we can get away with placing it right. All right, let's cancel the limestone. Here, get the station up right there, and then 15 wood. Then we can place this just like in the corner over here, and we can keep getting this all out. Perfect. Okay, so Benjamin is our tailor. So let's go and look at Benjamin. He is not at 1 tailoring. Okay, now he's at 1 on tailoring. So once we get this up, that's all he's going to do. And we got some wolves out here, so we're going to hunt a few wolves. We just want to get leather, basically, at this point. All right, we got the wood. We just got to get this sewing station up. And Eerie V is our man. So you need a pretty high construction, and luckily we have a person meant for all that. So here we go. We're going to get up winter clothing now. And I don't care, honestly, the quality at all. And at any given time, we should have 6. Now, we also have white hats. White hats are kind of cool because they're just hay. And that's a way to help our people out in the summertime. The cap is clothing fabric, so that's basically anything, and I'll get into that. We can go to edit. You can actually tell them what you do and don't want them to use. We could even use human skin to make clothing in this game. It's freaking crazy. Like, there's cannibalism and stuff if you want to get that way, and it gets a little weird. My first time playing on a winter build, I basically cannibalized all the raiding parties that came at me because they didn't have fishing in the game at the time, so you were limited to hunting. And I hunted the long pig in that one. That was a wild ride. Okay, that was a wild one. And so I don't do that anymore. I don't like it. They get really sad when they have to, and they don't like, unless you purposefully build them to be that way. They get really weird, as if they aren't already. And Ender's just tuckered out. Okay, so our main objective right now is to get Ender a shirt. Benjamin's on the case. Benjamin's the man. Okay, so we also got the heat going. Yeah, this is the pain of starting in winter. So we're going to get some clothing. We're going to get some extended space down here. So Bongo is at work. I'm going to just get up where I know. So the siding here is going to be a wall. And this area in the middle, that's going to be our storage. So we have like barely any space right now. Now if we come to our overview tab, we can see we're getting... Oop, we didn't have this goat selected for some reason for training. It's very odd. We got the 2 goats. Prick is at 50% trained, so we just got to keep at it. Another reason why you want to have someone specialized for training, it takes an absolute... If you don't have someone who's really good at animal handling, like, every time they fail, the percentage will go down. So it gets really, really hard. I personally love starting with a customized team. It makes the game a lot more enjoyable. But if you want to really, really push your limits, start with a random bunch of people who have terrible stats. But for big builds and what I do, it just takes too long to get where you're trying to get. There we go. Benjamin just got 400 experience. He's crafted excellent clothing. The quest for Ender... the Nudist... Oh, God. Please just put on this shirt. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Winter clothing, good. That's you, Ender. Put it on. There we go. We're back in business. And I'm just going to have him continue to produce clothing, and we're going to be golden. Now, as far as the stonemason station goes, we're outside until we get the roof on, so we got to get that going. I think we might need a little bit of wood, so we're going to come over here, cut that down. So we're going to expand this zone out. Try to get as much storage down here as possible. Okay, Bongo, please tell me you have clothing. Okay, Bongo's wearing a Gameson. That's helping him out a little bit, but he needs clothing as well. So let's go to our manage. We have everybody on clothing only. You can say all apparel. I think we should say all apparel. Yeah, you can see he doesn't have clothing. They are getting the hats. That's pretty cool. It doesn't mess with cold tolerance at all, so that's good. You don't get like if you're wearing a hat, you don't get colder or anything. So I know some games they do that. Like they're like, oh, if you wear this hat, it makes you cold. And it's like, well, I don't get that. Magic hat. Okay, we got ourselves a spare room. Now, I'll get into rooms later in this whole thing. That's that's a whole thing. So, like, there's a lot of rooms now, too. Especially with the 1.0. We can get prisoners, and we can recruit them. And we can actually use the prisoners for mining. You can basically put them into work camps. What we're going to do over here is a workshop. And so we need an armorer's... workshop is armorer's tables, boiler table, blacksmith forge, woodwork bench, stonemason bench, and sewing station, and at least 2 wall tool shelves. Okay? And there's kitchen, and what this does is it increases the production speed of those buildings on top of the production speed that you get from being inside. As you can see, being inside, we have 110% production speed. Now, if you're outside, you get massive penalties, like right here. Not only, it's outside in the snow that's hurting the butcher table. So just stuff like that. Just keep that in mind. I keep the butcher table outside just for now, but we'll be back at it. Nice. They're clearing through this area very quickly. So what you need is a fenced-in area. Now, we already have a trough right here. So we'll just take a wicker fence like this, slap it around. And one of the cool things they added to the game is you used to have to manually adjust these things to have corners. Now it just takes the natural form. Really appreciate that. Saves a lot of hassle. Put a gate on it, and then this is the most important thing. You got to put a pen marker down, okay? Without the pen marker, it doesn't designate the area. So we already have a trough in here. So we're just going to pin them up and then get them all in one place to make that process a lot easier. Because we got 4 people we're trying to get, or 4 people. We got 4 goats we're trying to train right now. Furniture is a good one. This will give us wall bookshelves and weapon racks. So we're going to do that. We definitely need some weapon racks. This will help alleviate some of our storage issues right now. So I'm going to put 3 weapon racks right here alongside the staircase. That's awesome. So that will give us some more space there. And then down here, we're going to expand it into the proper size. So this is what we're working with. Ooh, we got some gold ore. This is what we're working with now. So the main thing I need right now is that limestone. So we want someone to do crafting. So you can see here, it's great. It tells you what it does. So craft a stonemason's bench, kiln, icebox, butchering table, apothecary bench, all right? So I need someone who's not really doing much right now. Bongo is technically doing a lot. Bravery is the main botanist. Benjamin is tailor. Eerie V is our construction. Okay, so Eerie V is the natural choice. No artist, please. No alchemy right now. So yeah, we're going to have Eerie V. Even though he's not very good at crafting, you don't need a whole lot of skill for this. And then we can get this area out. And what we need to do is start working on another area. Same concept. We're going to do it 7 wide. This is going to be the crafting room. And we're going to basically just kind of etch out a bunch of storage around our main crafting area. And we'll get this all going. And we'll just, continue to expand as we need to. Now, what's cool about limestone is you don't need any coal or anything else for it like you do with clay. But sometimes you have to use the only resources you have. Sometimes clay is all you got in abundance. You gotta, unless you want something that looks like a Frankenstein castle made from limestone and brick, I tend to just focus on the most abundant material I have. Okay, look at this. So now we have a pin marker, so you can tell them who to put in here. So if you don't want certain people, like you don't want a bear with your goats, say don't put the bear. Now they're automatically going to collar and bring in every single animal that is not tamed. Once an animal in the domestic, see, it keeps doing this. Once an animal is tamed, they're free. They roam around, they'll get their own food, but that's why you need to make sure you have a trough in here because they will just starve to death if that's not there. And they'll eat hay. They'll eat it all day. And you can get hay really, really easily. We still have 19 of it, but we're running out, actually. So the next thing we want to get into is landscaping. Terraforming. So we need 30 books right there. Let's take a peek over here. Yeah, he's doing good. We got 20 books. So let's get terraforming. I need to remove stuff here and replace it. We need a good farm. All right, Bongo Doug's doing the Lord's work down there. Ender's helping out. There we go. Eerie V is making limestone now. Perfect. Okay. So now we have brick. And brick, you can see, has thermal insulation of a little less thermal insulation, but more HP. We want a lot of thermal insulation. So limestone wall might be where it's at, and that's cool because we don't have to do much. Okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to use limestone wall. Got the best thermal insulation. There we go. I think I saw in my my buddy Lonesy. I watched a little bit of his video. I think he was using limestone wall, and I'm starting to see why. So yeah, limestone wall seems pretty intelligent. All right, let's get this up. Get that thermal insulation up. And we got plenty of limestone, so this is great. And this is a lot of good experience for them, too, to build this stuff out. So we're kind of power leveling our construction as well. And again, the reason we're doing this is because if you just leave it as the natural terrain, water will seep in and flood everything. There we go. We're getting close. Okay, we're just going to finish off these little corners. And we're cooking with gas. Now, building underground is honestly where it's at. I'm going to build up top, like a lot of crafting for... I'd like to do my military up top and like everything else downstairs. Oh, gosh. Bravery. What have you done? Okay, get some clothing, sir. Get some clothing, please. This is not that kind of place. All right, we're going to pop Wow, we already have 480 limestone, so we can actually start on the castle. So we're going to wait until winter is over. And then we're going to potentially rebuild, and it depends on if we get hit by a raid. And we got some good research now. Okay, so we got terraforming. Perfect. So what we want to start doing now, I think the castle area here, the farming area here, what we want to do now is just go through and get rid of all the limestone. And there's a lot of it. Almost everything here is limestone. We're going to have nothing to... We also need dirt. That's the other problem. We need dirt to replace it with. There's so much limestone everywhere. It's awesome. All right, we're going to have to wait because I can't tell what's what visually. All right. Also, in your storage, you want to make sure that human carcasses aren't there. We're going to make a drop-off point once the attack comes. All right, so you can see already we're having some structural issues. That will be a problem. We're going to need to get some beams down here. Usually I make my tiles 3 tiles wide for this reason. So we'll get some wood beams in here. Do 2 and 2 like that. That will help with the integrity. And we're going to start placing some limestone walls as we mine things out. Try to hold that area in. Oof. Yeah. So it's good to do this stuff now. So you can see that once you go beyond 4 to 5 tiles like this, you're going to have problems. So this actually leads to some issues. Because what you want to do now is trace. You don't want to cut it like this. You want to... I'll show you. I'll show you. This is how you want to do this. Okay? So now that we know that it's not stable, we want to get the 2 spots that we're going to put everything. So we can see here we're 3 tiles in. So actually, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 technically. So a line here and then a line here is how we want to do that. So what we'll do is we'll get the support beams, and then we'll mine out everything else. And that's the only way you can do this without everything collapsing above you. Go on the 4th tile in. Oh crap, we have a negotiator. So we're about to get hit by a raid. And this is actually kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. Crap, now all our goats are stuck. Get a new gate up side. So we can actually come and try to negotiate with this guy. Or we can take the raid and risk it. But the risk is a reward, too. Because if they have better weapons, these guys are going to toss us. But you know what? That's what we're here for. Let's fight them. We need the... If we don't fight them, we don't get the combat experience. If we don't get the combat experience, our people are weaker on the next raid. It's just like you have to fight. And we'll get this area in. Then up top over here. Okay, so we have soil, so it's 5 dirt per. Let's try to get... soil up over here. Same over here. You can see it's actually already fallen apart. Even down here. So I think we're okay though. I think we caught it. So we're gonna use some. Actually, these 2 guys right here. We need to. We need to mine out all this. Actually, we can't have any kind of wall like this. We'll take care of that in a bit here. Right now, I got some competing requirements now. I get these guys up. The wood beams up. That. Build up the corner first, and then we'll do the last piece. That way it doesn't... Sometimes they'll complete one, and then they can't get to the other. We're running a little low on food, but not too bad. Okay, so we're about to get hit. What we did is we built out some traps. Let's kind of get into the nitty-gritty of this. So what you're going to need is to build out these wooden mechanical components. Each trap takes, as you can see, 35 sticks and 1 wooden mechanical component. We built out as much as we can. Now, we're going to get hit by a raid that is substantially high. Alright? We have an archer here. We have Christina, and she has a flimsy sling and shield. This is actually a pretty ruthless combination for a ground invasion. Everyone else is doing their best Power Ranger stance, and they are melee fighters. So they're going to hit us hard. Now, here's the deal. They can easily overpower us and break through our defenses. So, we have to rely upon Bongo Doug. And as you can see, he's got he's got the Herald, he's got the Herald on his freaking shield. It's awesome. And a goatee. Now, Bongo Doug, remember, he's Speedy Gonzalez. He is fast. So we're going to have to rely on his seductive powers to do the bongo dance. It's a patent-pending tactic that I'm about to show you. On the mojo of Bongo Doug to entice the enemy. He's insatiable. He can run faster than anybody. That's another advantage of this character. So we're going to pull Bongo Doug back. What this is going to do is they're going to see Bongo Doug. They're going to want Bongo Doug. and they're going to chase him rather than try to break this door down. If he gets hit by a sling, by an arrow, it is going to immediately stall him. He will not be able to run fast, so he cannot be hit. Some of these melee users, in fact, also have two-handed weapons. So if a melee user is like right around here, they can sometimes hit you. So what you want to do is just not be a hero. So now when she runs into view, we need to take out the ranged units first. They're the only people who can hurt us. Oh, dude, we just got off a massive volley on those guys. So each one of these guys just got whacked so freaking hard, man. So they're pierced lung. This guy down here, nothing. This guy down here, pierced cheek. They are bleeding out. This is the best place to be. We're going to highlight everybody, as we just did, and target Christina. Now, Bongo Doug, you can see them thirsting. They're all coming for him. So if we can take this chick out real quick, you can see she got hit and it stalled her. Bongo Doug needs to run. And they're going to chase him. Okay, Christina's gone. Next goal is to get Peter. Even Peter, he's not stopping. He's going after Bongo Doug. So this is the way that the game works, and you can use the game mechanics to your advantage, even on hardest difficulty. So now everybody is chasing Bongo. They're doing the Bongo dance. And some of them are bleeding while chasing him. This is the benefit of the pepper strategy, so to speak. So now they're all going to come around. So Bongo, you can see him. He's trying to lure them with his good looks. Now he's going to run over here, and we're just going to keep slapping him up. Now this doesn't work very well if they have superior range, because all it takes is one arrow to stop Bongo Doug. And so, you know, it's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to let Bongo Doug take. So Bongo Doug is the man. Okay, we're going to speed this up. So you can see it worked ridiculously well. And we just won that battle. Now, we could technically take some of these individuals. Ooh, he's an artist, a marksman, and 25 melee. I'd really like to take Stanley. I don't have anywhere to put him. Okay, we're missing a prison cell. Now, they're still active in combat, just FYI. Stanley has given up. This person's running. We're just going to let him go. Oh, I guess not. They're probably going to bleed out before they leave. All right. So here comes the second portion of this build. So there's a couple things we need to do. One, we need to make an area, a default stockpile. I call this the body zone. So we don't need to burn anything. We don't actually ever have to burn a single body in this game. We're going to say every human, enemy, or settler comes over here. The wolves will actually take care of this for you. Set them to high. So we're just going to stack them over here, out of sight, out of mind, and the environment will take care of them for us. Now, we do want to strip everyone down to get their stuff. My favorite part of all of this. And take an inventory. So we have this dude now. So he's going to chill for a bit. What we should do is just build out a basic cell. So we're going to do out of limestone since we have so much of it. And I don't have a whole lot of anything else. We're going to get ourselves a wooden door right here. And a wooden floor for the top. A prison marker. And a hay sleeping spot. We actually only have 19 hay. Oof, we don't have a whole lot. I just realized I put this on the roof by accident. So we gotta put the prison cell marker down here. And we'll get that going. Get a little bit of done here. Get caught up. So we need to come over to jobs. Make sure that he is on construction. Ah, crap. Stanley's making a run for it. Get him. Get him. Got a priority. Oh, we don't have shackles. Oh, man. All right. Well, he's going to make it. So let's just get a little prison out for the next one. Bye, Stanley. Oh, Stanley. Well, look at that. It's day one of spring. So let's start looking around. So there's a lot of chopping up we need to do. I want to get a proper area for growing. You can see limestone is prevalent everywhere. We need to focus on defenses. We need to focus on food. Okay, look at that. We got armors. We got helms. So let's go to our people and let's manage them a little bit better. Yeah, so I have them on all apparel. So they're all going to start equipping hats, armors. We don't have to do any thinking. And over here, they're going to start planting berries. We need to get some hay immediately. Let's continue to hunt the wolves because we do need leathers. We're going to grow flax. This is going to be great. This is the power time. Now, we need to immediately haul everything outside the bodies included because they're getting really sad seeing it. They get really sad and it's bad. You want to get rid of that stuff as fast as possible. Coming up to management, overview. Okay, we're getting close to having a domesticated goat. Oh crap, the wolves are getting stronger. Benjamin's a god though, he took care of that. Now, it looks like the fish haven't respawned yet, so that kind of sucks. If we make a bigger lake, we can actually get free fish spawns, so you have a chance for fish to spawn in any open body of water. You can actually, make your own little dock and all types of stuff. It's really cool. Okay, now we can kind of see the dirt. This is where things are going to get tricky for us. This is actually a good way to do it. So let's just cover this whole area. Like this. Whole area. Let's just cover it with berries. Poppy. Okay. Go. Yeah, because now I know exactly where the dirt is. I know where the dirt isn't. So logically speaking, the easiest place to turn into a good farm would be this sector right here. We got dirt there. That's great. We got this stuff here. We can make a little hedgeway there. So we're gonna do. This is gonna be tough. Okay, we're gonna mine all this out. I'm gonna do it really smart. Now, not everything needs to be dirt because some of it we're gonna be building stuff over. Unfortunately, we're too far away from that right now. Would have been nice to put it over here, but unfortunately, I want it to be more centered with the castle. We're going to get rid of all this wood here at some point, too, and go straight into limestone. I'm thinking what we could actually do as an early game defense is section this out. So this is going to be easier than you think. We basically just strip it like that. We come over here, and we take out another little bite like that. Now, they do have ladders, mind you. So they can still scale things pretty easily. But it will work. Now we got a bunch of dirt down here. That's good. Alright, so what we're going to do is just let them chop all this up. Get the bottom done. Get a couple other things done. I think we're actually just going to leave the bottom alone here. Not much to gain from that. We'll get the prison cell up. That way next time we can take them. I have a lot of blocks. I'd love to destroy this top part. So we need to get the bottom going. There's just a lot to do. Now, a prison cell requires a prisoner's stash and a cell marker, so let's get this designated correctly. Here we go, prisoner stash, right in the corner there. You can take one prisoner now. And it's cool, as you can see, everyone's using the armor from our enemies. They're using the best weapons they can. It's great. One thing, though, is Bongo is not using the best shield, so I'm going to have him come take this flimsy kite shield. Nice, we got a merchant. No one's using the hood. It's a pretty crappy hood. And the merchant's great. So we got history teacher to go get us some stuff. Hopefully we can get some apple seeds. Now, while we're waiting, we do need to utilize what we have at our advantage, which is a little bit of cabbage, I believe. We have 40 cabbage and 7 beet and 9 flax. So let's get up the side farm. So cabbage here. So we're going to have a main cabbage, and then we're going to have what I call a seed farm. So we're going to do 3 cabbage for seed. Flax, I think, just takes care of itself. So we'll just get out as much of that as possible. That. And let's see, beets. We have beets. So a little bit of seed. We'll do 3 beets there. And a field of beets here. Okay, let's see what we can get going. Look at that, we got some shrubs. Oh, wait, we should hold off. It's only got 1 berry. We want to wait till we can get like 3 or 4. Then we have a blackthorn bush down here. We'll wait on that too. So you can see the bodies are out. Oh crap, I didn't realize we put them like that. Okay. Expand the zone like this. And shrink it on the side that we're cutting. There we go. Yeah, we'll just leave them out here and let nature take care of it. It sounds terrible, but it works. And what we want to do now is make sure that there are no ramps coming up into our area. So, destroy back ramps. Zone. Perfect. Okay, ramp gone. As long as there's no ramps, they can't get up without ladders. Now, ladders doesn't look like they're too difficult to use. So, we'll see how this all works. We'll keep the 1 ramp right here. That's the way up for everybody. Alright, and they got a lot of work to do. So the main kicker here is we're going to take all this out and fill it full of dirt, hopefully. I think what I'm actually going to do is etch the sides here. That, even if it's dirt, because I think what I'm going to do is do some kind of outline. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll do an outline. And we could use, you know, limestone brick, but that would be a waste. Just use pure limestone. We have so much of it. Okay, and the trader is here, so let's go talk to him. All right. He's got a ballista for 565. And ballista bolts. Yeah, beet seeds. We could trade those. Don't want to. If I can get rid of the flimsy hooks, we could trade that. Not going to trade my cabbages. Let's see, what does this guy... Oh, wow, we have sturdy... We got some good stuff. I got sturdy great helms off that raid. Get a kite shield. That's sturdy. That would be not too bad. I got some good equipment here. I'm gonna trade the flimsy, everything flimsy, even the longsword sturdy. They might keep that. We might want that. Flimsy helm. Yeah, get rid of that. Big face helmet. 124. I'm trying to find something. They don't have much, and they don't have really anything but the ballista. We're just going to trade for straight up gold coins. We'll just have that for the next round. Okay, that will work for us. Get rid of the crap, get the coins. Now we got a ton of research available. Let's pause the game real quick. You can see we can get into armorers, and that wouldn't be too terrible of an idea. Getting the crossbows, though, is the next goal, so we need the next research. So we're going to get research 2 unlocked. I'm going to hold off on spending anything. And... okay, so you know what? We have crafting. We're not doing a whole lot of it. Let's go downstairs. All right, so in our area down here, I think we're actually going to turn this into a library. And we'll get the top plugged up here in a little bit, but this is a perfect place for a library. So we're going to get a research table here. Basic research table right here. And then we'll fill the rest in with whatever we can. And for now, let's put in a nice little wooden floor. Make it cool. I'll have to figure out the other stuff. Okay. So, in order to have a library, 1 basic research bench, 2 wall bookshelves, and a scholar's lectern. Okay, that's another tech point that we're going to need. I will say, though, that the wall bookshelves are pretty cool. They can carry, it says there, 3 books, and the bookshelf can carry 4. So, it's nice to have a place to put books. So we're just going to put a bunch in here for now. Not going to be anything crazy. We also got, if I remember correctly... No, we didn't. Okay, let's come back up to tech. We want to get into food preservation immediately. Get this shelf up. Now we can get shelving up, and that's going to be huge. We're going to get a bunch of this up. We need to start stockpiling food. We get 1 row of it going right now. For the weapon racks, I'm going to place... a bunch of weapon racks down here because we have a lot of loot. We're just gonna fill that thing full. Alright, we got it going on. But we need to get proper research. I'm gonna get rid of this for now and let them get to work. They got a lot to do. Now we move this, so let's make sure we're making meals. And also I just realized we need to make sure we're putting up the shrubs. So let's get a line for shrubs over here. We just need to make sure we have seeds. Now, shrubs are the best. They're the best food in the game. You can just make an insane amount of them. And blackthorn, we can get 4 of those right now. And these shrubs, we can get 1. So we're going to hold off. Let's start looking around. I'm going to replace my tree lines up here. We'll just do whatever we can. There we go. And we're going to cancel these. We'll just get these trees back later. We need to get a defensive perimeter up as fast as possible, though. And we also there's just so many competing priorities. We need to get so many things going. I need more people. Yeah, so you can see over here the rats, the crows, I should say, are at it. That's good. And it looks like we need a bunch of wood. Come down here and cut down some trees. Got some trees over here too. There we go, we got one of the goats trained, so then they can help us with hauling. That's a big deal. Now we're running out of hay, so we need to start finding hay. And there's nothing yet, so we've got to be real careful. And let's get some blackberries up. The blackthorns. Get a row of those, how many ever we can get. There we go. There's a big old pile of it. And, okay, so over here, what we want to do is, so he says ripe, 9 cabbage, 1 seed. What we want is to go to seeds. That would create 30 seeds for us. Over here, same thing. That would create 30 beet seeds. These guys, all of it stay ripe. With the flax, flax is just, you get seed and you get lead in. You get a lot. So that's great. In fact, it's so great. We need to start mass producing a little bit of that flax because we're running out of clothes. There we go. Now that we have a pretty substantial amount of food there, I am going to do an additional line of cabbage and an additional line of beets. Now, I like to produce more seed than I need in case winter comes and it kills the entire crop. It allows you to passively do farming in a way where you don't have to monitor it, because that is a big issue. And right now I'm worried about us accidentally triggering traps, but it is the way it is. Yeah, he just accidentally triggered it. Yeah, gonna be a problem. Get hurt. We got some iron in here too, so that's cool. Alright, now we can start working on the next tier of technology. Add up to 80 for now. Cut down some more trees. Run low. We'll start a little farm off to the side, and, you know, we're plotting our big farm. And I think what we're going to do for now is create kind of a gatehouse. So the gatehouse, be smart. We're cutting this area here for the farm. Gatehouse should be this zone here. Alright, do it like this. Get that up. Get limestone brick for everything here. Definitely need to get reinforced doors at some point. Let's see what we got. Yeah, gated door, iron ingot, the grated door. Yeah, that would give us... That's not bad. Guess we can get an iron here shortly. What we can do, though, also, is run if they start, you know, overwhelming us, and we can fight for... I like to do several forts in my designs on these hard difficulties. I find it works really well. Yeah, well, Gatehouse, that will help us with a lot of things, but it's going to be a bit before that makes a whole lot of sense. So we'll have a Gatehouse, we'll have the farming behind it. It will all work out. Got ourselves another ramp right here. Gotta get rid of that. Now we got 3 boars that just arrived. That's cool. I'm gonna place a limestone stairway down in here, just in case something goes weird. And to give access to all the materials buried down here. Alright, so food's getting low. We got 2 hay left. We have, looks like some fish that spawn on the sides here. That's not going to leave us a whole lot for winter. That's bad. It's very bad. Looks like we got ourselves a pheasant. Go hunt that pheasant. We got little rats running around. We got to kill them. I guess we'll eat the rats too. Beggars can't be choosers. And we're going to wait on that red currant. There we go, we got some more bramble. Ooh, actually that's first. We had blackthorn last time, so there's bramble. Get some bramble going here too. Yeah, this is the foundation of our early agriculture. We should definitely get some barley going, because that will give you lots of hay. And you can see we got the 1 goat, and that goat's going to start helping us out a lot, hauling stuff. It's already starting to. See where it's going. Yeah, it's going over here, getting wood for us. That's awesome. Alright, history teacher's down here. Let's get this bookmaker back up. 15 for now. Alright, as we get more bookcases, I think we're in good shape. And we're going to make our way towards crossbow 1. Start making some crossbows immediately. If we can get those crossbows up, that's going to give us a huge advantage. Alright, we got ourselves another merchant. I'm hoping to get some apple trees. Apple trees are like one of the best food items you can get in the entire game. So far, so good. Looks like I missed 1 spot over here for floor. Oh, no, I didn't. It's just the spot above it. Yeah, there's thing in the ceiling. I think we're going to have to fill this or it's going to drive me crazy. Let's try filling it. Below? Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go see what we can get. Alright. He's got apple saplings. 2 of them. That's beautiful. Beet seeds. I'm just going to buy them. Barley. I think, yeah, we can't plant barley just from barley. I think we need barley seeds, but hold on, maybe they changed it, right? Cabbage seeds. I'm gonna buy it. Carrot seeds. There we go. We want to get as much... Ooh, a damson sapling. I actually don't know what damson is, so let's just buy it. Black seed. Get a little bit more of that going. Yeah, pretty much all the seeds. Herbs are actually good to buy. You can use them. It looks like we do have some leather. Alright, I'm going to sell the hat. I'm going to sell all the equipment, in fact. They're not using it. Oh, they have Quince as well. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Nice. Sell the rat meat for quite a bit, actually. Sell the rat meat. I don't want to eat that. And the rat carcass. Okay, we got some flimsy short bows we can get rid of. A short sword. Okay, does he have anything else that we want? Ooh, walnut saplings. Okay, I'm fine trading him more than he deserves, but these are small trades. That was not a lot of money. What we got, though, were the great stuff. So apples will spread. They'll just spread to anything around them. We're going to grow a bunch of apples there. Quince we'll put over here. Walnuts we'll put over here. So they will actually produce their own seeds just around them. Yeah, here's damson. I knew that would be something else, too. There we go. So we'll get those guys going. That'll give us some extra food. Now, research. We're getting close. We're no cigar, though. So let's get a little focused. I have a few people who can actually research. So we can't do Ender. He's the animal tamer. Erie he's just too important. Bravery, on the other hand, he's important too. He's doing botany. Now Bongo. Bongo is our miner. He's incredibly important. Jeez Louise, everybody's important. Tailoring is 1. Put him on 2 for research. We need another researcher. So hopefully we get an event where we can get somebody. Or we can get a prisoner. But we'll need another researcher. Got a good thing going outside of that, you know. But let's see what else. So we have the other bush now. We have the bramble bushes. Get a line of that going. You get seeds, you know, for the big dogs. And right now what we need to do is find some hay. Our animals are hungry. Pause. Okay, so yeah, no, my bad. Barley is itself the seed. So this is perfect. So we actually want to produce as much of this as possible. There we go. A bunch of barley there. And we want to get the carrots up. So let's do a carrot field. And then a carrot harvest. Perfect. Oh, there we go. This is where the hay is going to come from. And look at that. The recurrent shrub. Still at 1. I'm just going to do it. Okay. So over here we got a carrot field. So we're just going to have it go to seed. That's going to give us 40 carrot seed. Perfect. We just want to stock up on all the seed we can. Start cutting down more trees. Okay, so we're running a little bit out of food. We got trout. Now, one of the preservations that we did was to get the smokehouse. We're going to make it out of limestone. Place it right here for now. Outside. We're getting very close to having crossbows. Okay, so we do have Benjamin down here helping out. I'm going to take this to 30. That's exactly how much I need. That way I know that they're constantly working on the right stuff. There we go. And look over here. We're getting all the storage up. This is great. So this is going to be the hard part, which is just filling all this in with dirt. It's getting the dirt. What we should probably do is one side at a time. You know, don't get ahead of ourselves, right? So this would be the best side to get up. So let's go for that. Okay, we got a good chunk of it filled in. There it is. Crossbow 1. Perfect. I'll set this a bit higher now, but now we can really get to work. So, we have the mechanical parts necessary. This is a pretty big deal. This crossbow takes... Oh, they upped it, so the tier 1 crossbow only takes 3 wooden mechanical components we can mass... Okay, we're putting this to the top. Tip it top. We're going to do it until we have 3 of them. Longbow is no more. Staff sling, no more. Just want to make these. And wooden mechanical part. Oof, we got so much to do. So Erie is the only person who can do any of this. He's also the main builder, so this kind of sucks. Out of an abundance of caution, we're going to put him on Carpentry 1. And Construct 2. I want him entirely focused on getting this arsenal out, so that we can survive. We'll also actually get this smokehouse up real quick, too. Oh man, look at that. We have 588 gold ore. Crazy. Okay, now we can just smoke meat forever. And have smoked meat. We also have 2 trained goats. Got 2 people helping us haul now. We need substantial amounts of wood, too. So we're going to need to go to Bravery. Bravery needs to be on 1. Hunting 3. 1 to cut plants. Grow and harvest 2. Yeah. Alchemy 3. Yeah. Way too weird. There we go. That's why things were getting done. There we go. Now we'll get that wood, and the goats will help push it around for us. We need a lot of wood for these mechanical parts, so he's not going to start working on that until we get the resources, because each one of these takes 20 wood. Alright, we got some more research points, so we can go into barrels. They're kind of cool for water. Fermenting is pretty useful. Beekeeping, this actually is important. We're going to get it. Now, bees need to be placed near where you're doing crops and all that. And you need candles and wax for some certain high-tier stuff, so let's get into beekeeping. Alright, so we're going to lose some of our goats if we don't get our act together here. Let's look for some grass. There we go. Oh, that's bramble. Ah! We got some wild barley going. We just need... halfway through the year, we're going to have more than we need. We'll just run around and grab it. Probably shouldn't have made those dang hats. I made those hay hats. That kind of screwed me up. Whatever. They were cool. Had to have the cool hat. Oh, look at that. We got mushrooms. Well, there's a good source of food for us. Let's get some of those. Oh, here we go. Look back here. Tall grass. We're just going to harvest a little bit of this just to get the goats through a couple days. And as soon as this tall grass starts going crazy, we'll be in good shape. So we got 6 right there. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more. I think we just had some barley coming in. Ooh, here we go. I think we're going to be okay. Kind of wishing I got 2 people as super miners. I feel like that's actually what's holding me back more than anything right now. But you only have so many people. Alright, let's priority haul the wood. Get at least 1 freaking crossbow up, guys. I'm going to have him prioritize production. Oh, he's almost done with that crossbow, actually. That's great. Okay, so this is taking longer than I thought. We're going to pause. We're going to pause half of it, alright? Let's actually keep the etching. I want the etching to be done so I don't have to remember where it goes to. Okay, so this is the middle right here. This is 10 in, this is 10 in. I'm just going to pop up 2 limestone walls as a kind of visual reminder. Right, yeah, so that's 11 in, that's 11 in. Perfect. So this is the valley right here. So we can cancel all of that. Basically just going to have a pathway down here. And we actually don't have to do soil because no one's going to be planting anything there. Perfect. And we'll line this up with our castle. We got our little down area here. Cancel this. These. Oh yeah, we can cancel all of this. It's going to be a roadway. Alright. So we're just going to do this area here at a limestone. I'm actually going to dig all this up here. And we're going to replant it. I don't need these guys anymore. Okay, we got enough food for everybody. Things are looking sharp. Like our goats got out. And did we get a crossbow made? We got a random heretic over here. Oh no, he's Oak Brethren. That's what we are. We like this guy. He's leading an Oak Brethren ceremony. Good. Okay, we got 2 more. Oh no, yeah. We got 2 new goats. We're gonna have them help us haul. And I'm gonna unhunt the rat just because I don't need the meat. Alright, so let's go to range web. This is a nice little thing. You can actually just, straight up find it. So we have a good crossbow. Jump right to it. Then I can take bravery. Say, go get this. That is beautiful. This is where you want to be. 1 crossbow is so good. Now let's check this baby out. Now if we go to combat, look at the range on the tier 1 crossbow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, settlers are starving. And, it's partly my fault. Oh, here we go. Now we got the fish. Let's get the fish. We'll have a harvest here shortly. Let's hunt. I took bravery off hunting. Okay. Prioritize hunting the deer. Boom. 1 crossbow shot. That's all it took. Let's haul it. And, you should just butcher it too. Okay. So bravery should be harvesting and growing. And Ender should also be doing those things. And cutting. Okay, let's get them our priorities right, guys. There we go. Got some mushrooms. Have bravery come up here. Cut up that deer. All right, there we go. Food is back on the menu. And then let's have him cook something. Okay, we made some meals now. Right, research, I'm not too keen. Ice making is smart for preservation, but we don't have a whole lot of food. We should get it up anyway. We should prioritize being ready for the next winter. So let's get an icebox or two up. 3 of them up over here. There we go. Braver's planting the other trees now. Yeah, next year is going to be better than this year. We're going to have way more food. Get just a little bit of hay. Ooh, look at that. We got herbs. And we should definitely plant herbs. Herbs are used in a lot of advanced meals. I think we're going to make a outside limestone area. It's just taking up a lot of space. So clear all. And it's just going to be straight limestone here. And we'll just put that as a high priority. Alright, we got the food coming in now. There we go. Food time. And we got really good storage down here too. So a lot of good stuff coming up. We got flax coming in now too. So that means the tailor should be up. Running. Let's get rid of white hats for a bit. Caps. Say you do until you have like 4. There we go. Benjamin is going to make hats. Only need 35 for that. Let's just do 2 hats. Don't want too many of them. You know what? I'm thinking let's get this right, because there's a lot of these tiles here aren't going to be necessary. I like to do this. You can see here I have 18, right? I know I have 18. So we know that we're 9 in. So we can cancel this whole thing here. And we can even cut it out. Do that. Okay. So we have a strip here. Start doing this proper. Because we need to start cutting everything out. This is all going to be limestone right here. This is going to be... because we're going to have all this in strips. Okay. So we know our strips. Once you know your strips, that's all you need. Strip. Strip. Perfect. So we're going to cancel any fill down these lines. Don't want to waste our dirt. I'm going to quickly cancel everything instead of trying to figure out what's what. I'm realizing it's pretty stupid. Okay, yeah. So the areas that are now highlighted designate where the strips are. On the side, we're going to leave it 2 since we already have... actually, you know what? 2 is the way to go. I know that will increase our blight chance, but it will also... it will be a good idea. Okay, so let's do 2. 2 in a strip. 2 in a strip. In the center, let's see. How could we... yeah, okay, let me think. Blights are going to be a lot more severe. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But do it this way. 4 in the middle, 2 on the sides. And if it doesn't work out, we can always change it. This will actually likely be an absurd amount of food for us. Okay, well that's easy. Now all I gotta do is fill it full of soil. Alright, we got it going on. We got a big old pile there. We got this all hammered out. It's going to be great. Ooh, look at this. We got someone coming in. Do we shut the door? If we help... oh, there's no negative to helping. 34 art. 19 medicine. An artist with medicine. And no other capacities. Terrible combat skills. Will likely increase the difficulty for us. Pretty much a complete burden. Okay. Well, we're going to take him. And they're already bleeding out. And welcome to the game, Mantis JS. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's go up to who you are. So I'm going to turn you into a miner and a healer. Honestly, the medicine, this person may save someone's life, okay? They're going to be the urgent healer. So they're our medicine person. Who's knocked unconscious. I'm going to go get Bravery to pick him up. And we're going to make him a ranger. All apparel. Alright, we just need to get him up. Oh, dang, they're really far away. I'm going to take it back. Let's send the fastest person we have. Bongo Doug. Okay, yeah, Bongo Doug is the fastest. Look at him go. Get him out there. Got to stop the bleeding. Over to health. Okay. Moderate deep arm laceration. I'm going to have him carry to an empty bed. We're going to need to get another bed up. We're going to need to get these people some rooms here. Let's get up. Oof. We've got 54 hay. Okay, let's get up 2 more spots. I am going to have Ender build that spot out now. And let's speed this up. Oh, nice. Mantis made it. He made it. Very good. Got a little bit of a bleeding thing going on. So if they do run out of blood, this is important. Even if they're fine and they're walking around, look at their blood. If their blood is going down, they will die regardless of their HP. They could have max HP and no blood, and they go boom boom, just like you. But blood is increasing, so we're good. Look at that, we got some grass, got some hay. Hey now. So we'll continue to kind of look around. We should try to get all the hay we possibly can. The barley will help, but it won't. Ooh, here we go, more barley. We need to stockpile several hundred hay. I'm gonna have to start killing some of the goats because I can't feed them. Ooh, those are some cool trees. Got willow over here. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so we're just gonna go around and start harvesting everything. Got a good chunk of stuff. There we go. Got some more bushes here. Harvest, harvest. I want to get as many of my own bushes up as possible. Got a good red currant right here, but they're taking forever. All right, we got 6 goats. I feel that that's way good. We got 1 goat per person, basically hauling. They're doing a great job. And we got all this dirt down here we're going to mine out. Oh, this is great. Yeah, food's going to start rolling in. Let's see what we can do with research right now. This will give us the Scholar's Lectern. And that will give us the library downstairs. So let's get that going. And yeah, I put the it's just never going to look right, but it's fine. We'll leave it alone. And we got to remember our bees. Okay, and we're going to get this up over here, and that's going to give us our library. Nice. Mantis got the next crossbow, because even with 1 marksman, they can use crossbows, which is really cool. And we're just going to keep making crossbows as much as we can. Okay, I'm actually going to cancel this for now. There's just too many things that need to be done. I was hoping I could make it make sense, and I can't. Alright, now Bongo Doug's going to get us that dirt. Let's priority haul all this dirt out. Alright, we got the beets. And our next goal is to get this area ready. We need to get, like, housing down here. I might leave the housing up top, actually. But we definitely need to get started. What I need to do is get this downstairs, and I need to get all this downstairs, basically. Destroy all this, and then build everything. Oh, Mantis, what did you do? Arm laceration, okay. Yeah, the shrubs are starting to come up, so that's great. Yeah, this room's going to get real cold, so we do need to get some heat. I hate having heat that close to storage. We're going to do proper storage here momentarily, but for the time being, let's get a door. Okay, so here's another problem too, is I need to mine. We can't have any of this dirt. Like, it all needs to be stone. But this all needs to be mined out and replaced. So let's work on that too. We got a door coming in there. A limestone brazier in here. Keep them warm. Yeah, I actually kind of like the way this looks. And what's kind of interesting too is we can totally fence this in on the outside. That's the way to do it. So you can see we can do a little fence around it like that. I think that's cool. Get a little fence action going there, right? Gives us a killing field between the gatehouse and the castle. So we'll have a gatehouse as the first wave, right? This will actually be built out tremendously. I'm going to extend this. We're going to trap the entryway. Now, I think... Oh, dude, I just realized this is how you get rid of ladders. You do it twice. Do it twice. I think they only have so many ladders. So... Oh, yeah. We do it twice, they'll run out of ladders. They can still get up the backside, though. So you're going to have this exact same problem here. So, yeah, we need to get rid of that. There's just so many things going on right now. But I think that's the solution there. We don't have to do it on that side. We can do it on this side, too. Go. All right, and I canceled parts of this, but we should make this long for storage, since we know we're going to do beams here. Let's try something fancy. Let's get this going. Cancel there. Storage technically is going to come in from here. Okay, this is a good spot right here. Do it here. Yeah, we should have just done one wall to begin with. Maybe in the future, what I should do is trim out the square first, right? Like, yeah. That's the way to do it. Trim this out first. Square it, and then do everything. So now I gotta go one at a time to that back. But that makes a whole lot more sense. Keep some of the support here. Okay, yeah. So let's fill this in. Get the beam up. Same thing here. There we go. So we got the beam. Got the trim. This is the way to do it. Right, it's summertime. Got some research available. Not liking anything too much. This is kind of cool. Ornate bookshelves, but not necessary. I think we need to kind of table technology. Like, we have the tier 1 crossbow, and primarily what we need is the food and, you know, defense. Need to not die. And we need a bunch of dirt. Ooh, these are new. Gooseberries. Yeah, let's get them gooseberries. And there's quite a bit of hay out here. Like I said, we should be stockpiling any and all food possible. Rooms. Yeah, this is good. There's a bunch of hay back there. Yeah, we're going to go with defensive structures. Yeah, mechanical component traps are better. Iron. Let's go into this and iron production. Get some better doors and things like that, too. Alright, we got Mantis J helping out with the mining now. What I would like is a secondary crafting room. So let's map it out. It doesn't need to be big. This is perfect. We got a wall right there, so we don't have to go crazy. We can actually mine out this part and then mine the sides off when we're done. So that will work too. Yeah, because that will hold. A 3x3 will hold. So let's mine out, yeah, the whole inside there. I'll make it easy. It'll give us a pathway we need. Okay. Operation Reading is Not Cool is commencing. We're basically going to turn all of these guys into miners for a second. Okay, we got 4 people just kind of dedicated to mining now. Get this done a little faster. Cut down any tree I can find. Get all of you guys out here. Okay, we just got the Thor's Hammer event. It rains. Here's the crap out of me, though. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's lightning. We're getting hit by lightning. Alright. Stuff's... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We just got massive... Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, boy. We're gonna need to get some stuff up. Let's get some supports down here. We're having a hard time. Okay. We need to start prioritizing certain things a little bit more intelligently. So I have, of course, too many projects going on, like always. We'll come back to this. We know where the marks are. We can see the lines. We need to focus on the dirt down here. We need to focus on this for storage. We need to focus on this. Yeah, these are all priorities. We need a massive storage. We need massive everything. Oh, one of our goats died. But it's not because of anything I did. We have plenty of food. It was an old goat. Oh, I don't think they can get up this staircase, I just realized. Let's change this up just a tad bit. You know, this is fine. That out. Boot this out just a tad bit. Push this forward a bit. Same here. That way we can shoot down on top of this door. And maybe we should use wicker up here. Yeah, so get the block flooring. Let's use wicker. Shoot through it, I believe. Okay, so yeah, you can see that this is a smarter way to do it. Now we have the ability to trace it out from the beginning. You know what, I think I'm just gonna leave it wide like that here. I like it. We could actually turn this in, yeah, let's just turn this into extra storage and or a makeshift bedroom. Yeah, makeshift bedroom. I just realized this is the perfect room right here. Okay, we'll keep that. We'll X that. We'll X that. And we got ourselves a trade. Then history teacher up there. Alright. They got ballista bolt. Good. They got weapons. Mainly melee weapons, which I'm not interested in. They have nothing of value to. Alright. Group. Goodbye. Okay, so we're gonna get our crafting here. We're gonna get up a makeshift bedroom in here. We have 738 hay. How much fiber do I have? Okay, so it's 20 hay and it's 15 hay, but it's... Man, we really should be making beds. We'll get 6 beds down here. There's actually not enough room for beds down here. I gotta think about this. we put them the other way, it will work. If I put them side by side. I can fit 4 beds down here. I get the walls in place. 4 is better than nothing, and the rest can sleep up top. Can't make bunk beds yet. Okay, I think we have the gist of it. We're going to hyper-focus on just a couple of things right now. This is actually a terrible place for beds, because if I want to heat it, it's going to spoil all my food. Okay. We're going to table that. I should likely just expand the... This is a good place for food storage. Perfect for cabinets. We're just going to place some more storage in here. I'll have to figure something out for the beds. Alright, he's making more parts. We're making more crossbows. Okay, look at that. We got some wild barley. That's a good amount of hay. We need to get all this. Still got a few good seasons, but we need to just hoard. Oh man, there's so much. Yeah, there's so much hay. We got like herbs and things like that. That's great. Okay, we need to plant some herbs. So let's do an herb seed. If I'm right or wrong, can't remember. We'll do herbs over here. Let's see. Nope, they just go to the right. We'll just do 2 things of herbs. That's good enough. We get 2 seeds and 6 herbs. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that we have enough to go big on this area over here. Yeah, we only got 5. They're not mating, the sheep. So, I mean, we got a few from mating, but I need more sheep. There's so much to haul right now. I might try to go for 10 this time. Okay, let's get an area for gooseberries up over here. Like I said, we're just trying to keep seed. Yeah, we have a negotiator here, which is never a good thing. Boy, I think we can take them. Let's pause real quick, though. Take inventory. We have 3 crossbows. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to get everybody I can. Good crossbow there for Benjamin. Go to the next one. There's one there. And there's another over here. Alright, here. You come over here. Oh, there's both of them right here. You can actually even visually see them. And Ender, you as well. So, yeah, I think we could take them. I feel really good about my chances now having a whole team of crossbowmen. Alright, and what we're going to do is put the support beams up here. Any support beams right here? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, cool. And same thing back here. So, yep. So these are too big. Long. Just by a hair. So what we want to do, have a halfway point. That's fine. This whole thing back here needs to be filled in. Filled in. I think we're in good shape. Oh, I'm actually a tile off. Yeah, we're a tile off on what I wanted to do here. This needs to be this way. And now that we've placed those, we can do that. Perfect. So you can see over here, we already have the trees spreading. So the quince are spreading off of where they are. So eventually I'll just cut down all these trees and I'll have extra seeds because of that. So this is how you get more seeds from your original seeds. When you cut down, you always get back your original seed. And then you can just place things however you want. We're making good progress. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think we're going to stop for a bit on the... We're going to get this grand storage area done here. This is going to be good. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this little area here. I think that this is fine how it is. This area should be converted into something useful. This will be our main crafting area. It looks like it's ready to go. So all we got to do now is place these guys here. And these beams are long enough. There we go. Yeah, get that up. Let's lay up in this whole area down here. We're good to go. So, etch it all in. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay. So, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We're in a bit of a pickle. They're gonna come at us hard. There's 18 of them. So, yikes. I don't think Bongo Dog is going to be enough. I think they're going to affect the weakness. Probably should have built out a little bit better defense. Still feel like we can get this to work. So Mantis is not very fast. Alright, motor functions, he's got nothing. He's actually kind of, I don't know, it kind of sucks. Everybody else is a little slow. So Eerie is the only person who has movement speed increase. I need enough people down here that they chase. Benjamin also has it. Okay, so we're going to keep 3 people down here. And I'm going to place 4 of my best men up top. Bravery is the best sniper we got. So I got 2 people inside of each other. That's weird, but we're going to try. I'm hoping by keeping 3 people here, I can keep them from breaking that door down. And they're going to hit me from every side. Let's see, where are they all coming from? Yeah, a gang that's going to come in from here. Oh, man. Right, here they come. Alright, they got the scent. They got the scent. So you can see that that worked. Oh, no, they're still going for the door. They're still going for the door. Alright, shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, man. Oh, no, no, they got the scent. They got the scent. Oh, God. Did they get the scent? This isn't good. Okay, we've managed to keep them from trying to break into the door, but Benjamin, our tailor's going bye-bye, it looks like. Okay, let's keep fighting. Gotta keep running. Oh my god. Please don't die, Ben. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this isn't looking good. God. Oh god. Alright. For some reason, Bongo is... Oh god, Eerie V is the champion. Please survive. Please survive. Okay, we got another one. Oh my lord. Oh lordy lordy. Oh, Benjamin, please don't. Benjamin's bleeding. Okay. I think we can save him if I can get up in time. Oh no. Eerie V got hit. No. Move. This dude. Oh yeah, do you see that? That is clutch. Friend, run, my friend. Oh man, we did it. Oh boy, they're all bleeding out. I don't have room for anybody. Okay, check their blood levels. He's got a mild concussion. He can walk that off. Benjamin has pierced arm muscles, pierced cheeks. He can potentially survive. Okay. Okay, we got another one. Beautiful. So we're going to strip and haul everybody. Alright, now here's the deal. Benjamin. Oh man, how do we survive that? How the hell did we survive that? Benjamin is bleeding out of... He's bleeding out of every orifice I've ever known to exist. So, oh boy. Okay, so here's the deal. His HP and blood level, like I said, are 2 separate things. Bleeding out his ass all over the place. Somebody heal. Oh, no. Mantis is the healer. I'm gonna have Mantis heal. Mantis, get the freak up. Got a man bleeding out his ass. Okay. Please, for the love of God. Here we go. Mantis on the clutch. Now we do need to get fabrics and herbs and start making heal kits. All types of jazz. Nice. Wounds tended. He's moderate. He's still bleeding. But that's a good start. We're going to have him do it one more time. Benjamin made it. His blood is returning. Holy cow. Holy cow. I can't believe we clutched that. That was crazy. We got 18 of them. Man, what a brutal battle. Especially because I made so many mistakes. Okay, so we definitely need to get some better defenses up, though. Because that was a little bit harder than it should have been. So we're going to get the bottom floor out, and then we're going to think about the top floor. So this is actually really nice right here. It's called the Group Resource Panel. You can see it turns it into this. This is great, because you can actually see what your foods are. I like this, because I don't have to look at the picture and be like, what do I got? Nice. And you can, if you want, you just come into it and keep the big stuff out. So I got like 5,000 limestone. Pretty good. Okay. So we're going to get up the siding now. We're going to get the support beams before we go any further. Ooh, looks like Bongo and Benjamin got kind of... Well, what happened here? Bruised leg. Oh, yeah. That's right. They're still recovering. Like, what happened here? Forgot all about that dance. Good times. Okay. You can see we had a little support issue right there where the floor caved in. Oh, that's cool. Even with all the cool stuff we did. Gotta be real careful here. Oh, yeah, we have more than enough limestone for everything. Oops, I accidentally used the wrong stuff down there. I used these guys. Limestone brick. That's okay. We need to get that full. And we should probably get this part done, too. I'm actually going to have to finish this because of the stability issues above. I want to put the castle up. We want to get this right. We'll start filling in the wall here. We'll take all this out. We can actually start. Yeah, we can get rid of all this now. Okay. So another thing that I wanted to do while we wait is, well, you know what? I have more limestone than anything. More than wood, in fact. So we're going to use limestone for this, too. I want to get a common room up for just our people to sleep in. Because I want to destroy this, and I want to build a proper castle. So let's get it in a place that isn't going to interfere with anything. Actually, over here's a better spot. We just need a place where they can have a table and some beds. That going right now. Door there. Use a wicker roof since we have so many sticks. Go. And we're just going to use wicker floor. A pretty simple place. Now, we do actually have, I think, enough material for beds. And we'll get them proper rooms, potentially. I think I'm going to actually have to place all the beds right next to each other. I think they can do it. That should be enough right there. Okay, let's let them get that out. Then we can destroy this, put this down. We can destroy all of this. Get this proper. Put these guys on priority hall. And there's just too many jobs going on. Oh yeah, look at all that dirt. Perfect. 75 dirt. Got about 1,000 hay. I actually don't think that's enough, so we're gonna need more. Winter, we got a lot of mouths to feed. That's all I can tell you. Oh, we're doing a good job. Almost got the main hall done. I'm gonna have Mantis come down here. Or sorry, not you, Mantis. Nope, not Bongo. Eerie. Alright, here's the problem. If we take this person, we're gonna get attacked. I'm gonna get hit by 5 archers and a bunch of people. We're not prepared for this. We're gonna have to say no. They're not very good either. They're primarily an artist with no combat abilities. They do learn quickly though. We're not in a good place for this. I'm sorry, Eric. We're gonna have to say no. This is so hard. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is ridiculously hard, and one wrong move and everybody dies. You gotta be smart. Okay, yeah, Bongo Doug being out of order is kind of bumming me out. So, he's got a mild concussion. He'll expire in 38 hours. Need to get up. Alright. Nope. He's gonna heal for a bit. And this is because we have him on convalesce. So if we didn't have that... Yeah, and seeing the dead bodies is really bumming him out, too. So, strip everybody down. Alright, we got 3 of them down. There's some good stuff. Summer clothes. My gosh, I forgot that there were 18 of them. Yeah, we're gonna need to take all this stuff and sell it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have armor for days. That's for sure. But this is why it's important to fight these battles. You want to get everybody in the best stuff possible. And this is the best way to do it. Oh boy, there's so much more. I think we're gonna need more goats. Okay, so they're moving the bodies for us. We just needed to get the clothing off, I think. They typically will do it regardless, so... We're gonna cancel the cut down action. We actually have a superb amount of wood. Just so much wood. Stupendous amount. Berries when we can. Okay. I think it's time to get people back to their proper jobs. So history teacher's going back to 3 and 1 on research. I'm gonna leave Mantis as a miner. Benjamin's gonna go back to 3. And yeah, we're doing okay. Put him at 1 for building. We need to get stuff built out. Carpentry can wait. We got plenty of crossbows. And we need to priority haul all that equipment inside so it doesn't degrade. Okay, there we go. Yeah, donkeys are the best. If you can buy a donkey, they haul so much. Okay, we got our room, the library created here now. Perfect. We can hold a study group. I think you get books and stuff. So we can get a book that teaches people skills. Our goats are dying. They're getting old. And we need them to mate. I'm gonna train that cow after all. Alright, we're gonna put them on 2 for carpentry, 1 for construct. So it gets to work. Okay, so we're getting really close to having our first fields up. That's awesome. I think we need someone to help with construction, actually. If you look, we're way behind. So anybody who's quasi-good. 7 construction's not bad, but that's bravery. 3 construction. Ooh, I hate to do this, but Mantis, I'm going to take them off mining. I'll put them on 2 for mining and 1 for construction. They're okay. I think they're good enough to do dirt. There's tons of stuff. There's fencing. There's just too much to do. All right. Getting some good construction levels, that's for sure. I think we're just going to let the top part collapse a little bit. Here. Limestone staircase up. Bed wicker flooring on top, I think. Okay, let's get the door up at least on this thing. There we go. Construction failed. Perfect. We're getting so close. Okay, so we at least can do one thing here. I'm going to make this kind of my seed area. So, pretty much everything here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cabbage. 1, 2, 3, 4 flax. 1, 2, 3, 4 carrots. 1, 2, 3, 4 beets. 1, 2, 3, 4 barley. Now, I know a lot of this stuff you can't do seeds out of, but I'm just doing it this way regardless. So, this is all just going to go to seed. That one's ripe, that's fine. I kind of like to just know it's not just a seed bank, it's also like, hey, this is one of everything kind of thing. Alright, barley. Okay, yeah, barley and herbs. Perfect. Okay, so that's our seeds. And then over here, I'm going to plant 2 apples, 2 quince, 2 walnut, 2 damson. So this is like everything that we have. It just gives us a way to get back to where we were. And in the middle here, we're going to do a line of each shrub. So this will be red shrubs right here. We'll do a line of each shrub, and then over here, we'll do a 50-50 split of certain things. Flax and barley, I might just grow out in the wild for a bit until we can get the second area up. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to have more than enough seeds. Okay. So tech-wise, we need to get into iron. So smelting. And that's 30. Alright, we're going to hold off on that. Steel's pretty cool. I'd like to start making some traps. Some of the better traps, so we need iron for that. Oh yeah, look at them go. We're getting all that food coming in. This is great because it's going to be an absurd amount of food, too. It's going to be a lot more than we need. Okay, so we don't need all these over here anymore. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to harvest these so we can finish it off and get some food in storage. Yeah, some of them are wearing the proper stuff. A lot of them are going for the lighter armors because they are archers. He's going... Oh, he's wearing the mail. Nice. Now, you can actually edit their weapon profile, too. You can say not to use sharp bows and things like that, and only to use crossbows. I'm going to just control it manually. That is an option. I just want to let you know about that. Okay, it's time. It's time to tear it all down. Alright, so down here, we need to get this out correct. That way we can put up our marks. Put up these 2 on the south side right now. Yeah, this is looking nice. What we're going to do is just copy over this. I'll need to get that proper there, but yeah, we can get a big old storage area now. There we go. We got a whole weapon rack full of stuff. It's pretty awesome. And we got lots of wood, courtesy of destroying everything above us. So we're going to put in a whole line of shelves down here. I like to line all my sides that way. There we go. We'll get a bunch. Alright, so the crafting room is getting real close. We got smelting now. Oh crap, we got Thor's hammer. Alright, well this is gonna hurt. I don't know how the heck that happened. Somehow it's holding up. What's the door? Alright, yeah, we'll get rid of that door. All the traps. Actually, yeah, just deconstruct it for now. I forgot we need to put some braziers in here. One actually might do it. We'll do 2. Alright, we're gonna move all this downstairs. As soon as we get that out. Okay. Yeah, luckily stone doesn't burn that bad. We got that going for us. Okay. Now another thing is we want to put another door down in here. We'll use proper stonage. And another door. Many doors as we can get. We're going to place a door down here. And that cut off right there as well. We'll just try to make this as defensible as possible. Okay, we no longer need this storage, so we need to haul everything downstairs. Pain in the butt, I know. Oh, that's right, we forgot about table. Okay. So I think I'm going to remove this guy here and put a table over there. There we go. This is all temporary, like I said. But we need to get these beds up now. Yeah, it's great. The goats are just going ham. They're getting everything down. Relocate some of the stuff over here. I'm gonna get it out of the way. We're gonna put our god outside for a bit. And we no longer need a pen marker, in my opinion. We're not really taming anything. It's all good to go. Now the trough. We'll just relocate that. It's good to have a food supply outside. Okay, look at that. Just need to get this back part up now. Get the last beams. We're getting really close. Just need to reset. I hate the fact that you have to reset everything still, but it is what it is. Forever. Forever. Make sure that you do that. Okay, so we can make iron, and we're just going to do it outside. Get a kiln out of limestone. There. We're getting really close. This is awesome. Get rid of the table. It's weird the fence shadows are still there. Kind of trippy. Alright, let's fill in this little guy right here. Brick. Alright, look at that. Got it. Oh, I just used limestone brick wall. That's okay. It is kind of cool actually to differentiate. It makes it look lived in. Or patched up. Okay, we got wood traps now. Let's get this up. Perfect. Nice. This is coming along swimmingly over here. Let's just expand this. Expand zone. Go. Crap, we got blighted crops. So this is what I was worried about. When you have stuff too close together like that, it's all trash now. We gotta cut it all. It's just gonna spread. This is blighted. Oh, it didn't even matter that I spread it out. Yeah. This stuff is so integrated. The black mark tells you what to do. Now bravery should come out here in the morning. Hopefully clean that up. Oh. But this is another reason why you want to have more seed. You want to have enough seed to plant everything twice. One, you get a blight. Two, winter comes and you can't control them. Like, they'll just start planting stuff, even though winter is like 2 days. And then boom, you lost all your crops and you have to start from scratch. This has happened to me so many times. Why I tell you, always do twice as much seed. And seed is easy. You know, one of these guys, you know, this is yielding 10 a plot. Okay, that's 40. 40 seeds. It's not hard to do. It's just 4 tiles. Okay, animals are hungry. That means somebody is stuck. Oh no, he's just being difficult. Yeah, I don't know why they're hungry. We got plenty of food. Okay, so these guys... Okay, here they come. They're coming out now. Yeah, they're being weird. Oh, you know who it could be? I think every one of them is hungry. Oh, it's the cat. The cat needs meat. I forgot about that. Yeah, cats are... They're meat eaters, and they don't want to eat the hay. Now you can... I think you can make the food from veggies and stuff. But we're just going to go hunt. And let's get a wicker for floor over there. Alright, we got to cut. We're going to go to bravery. I'm going to put them on 2 on grow and harvest and 1 on cut. We just need someone whose priority is to cut. He's praying right now to Jesus, so he'll be over here in a second. Oak brethren Jesus, I guess. There he goes. Saving those plants. Yeah, we got to kill this blight. Blight does not affect apple trees as far as I know. That's another pro for the apples. But you got to kill all the blight. So you got to just keep clicking on it till this blight is gone. You leave 1, it will get everything. You got to get it all. Sometimes I just cut everything down instinctively because it eventually just spreads so fast. Okay, we're getting the last of it right now. And boom, it's gone. Okay, we got the blight. You got to get on top of that. Otherwise, you will die. No rush. No biggie, right? Okay. So we got both storage areas, which is kind of cool. We got our crafting area, and we need to reset all this. We're going to do until we have 1,000 now. Crossbows until we have, I'm going to say 5. Winter clothes until we have, let's say 7 for now. Caps, 7. And over here, wooden mechanical components until we have 30. 30 is good, better than 20. Now we have a lot of research available to us, so let's take a peek. We can get blacksmithing going here. We're not quite ready for that. Wooden weaponry too, that's pretty cool. You got the jabs. Let's do cooking. Yeah, let's do cooking. So wooden traps are really expensive, but very worth it. And I think we're going to place one here and here. Now, stick traps, also great. I think the trick is to get them to kind of cluster around you. So let's just get the entrance going. And we're getting there. It's gonna be nothing fancy. Now, I'm just using wicker flooring because I can. Actually cancel the wicker flooring for a second. Let's use it where it makes sense. Limestone on the cool parts. Wicker on the uncool parts. I want it to not look, you know, too crazy bad. There we go. There we go. I think you can shoot down through wicker. We'll find out. If we can't, I'll get rid of it. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a house. Just need to get everything else in the beds up. Alright, we're going to do a kitchen storage combo. So this is going to be a kitchen. We won't store food in here, though, because it'll get real warm. We will, however, store more weapons. It's an armorer's kitchen. There we go. And I think for the flooring in all of this, we're going to use wood. And go down the line. Get wood in all this. Nice, got a merchant coming. So we need a little bit of iron. And we'll get that going here shortly. That's up. Here he comes. He'll be here in a bit. We got a lot of dirt from this area over here. Get a little bit more. We're close. We do need some more dirt, though. There's some good dirt here. Let's just trim this all up. Bongo Doug is at work. We're gonna focus on our defensive perimeters now, since we got the majority of everything down here. Okay, so now we need to take this, copy it over here. We should have more storage than we'll ever need. That's great. All right, there they are. Let's go trade. I actually don't really need much. We might go for some big boy toys if they have them. Ballista would actually be pretty cool right now. Come on, Ballista. Oh, no Ballista. I should have bought the Ballista. We have no beet seeds. So we have 358 beets, no seeds. That's scary. Barley's kind of okay. Apples is great. We can sell some of those. Cabbage seeds 21. Let's buy a few more. I like to overdo it on seeds. A bunch of carrots. Got 10 carrot seeds. Buy a dog. That's a good purchase. We could buy 2 stick traps. Not opposed to it, but also not really that great of a trade. Purchase a wolf. Alright, I don't want any of this stuff. I just want their seeds. There we go. I'll just buy the seeds. Unfortunately, we did not get a ballista. Now we have a need. Well, before that, I mean, they wanted a lot. They wanted like 500 or 600 for that ballista. We didn't have that kind of money at the time. And I'm gonna not train this cattle. We'll just focus on what we're doing. Got 4 goats. Not enough. I want to buy a donkey. We'll train the donkey. We're not even gonna bother with meals on this primitive thing here. But we probably should attempt to get a couple of things going here. We're gonna get up a little pen area one more time. I might actually want to start buying donkeys like I'm talking about. And marker up. Yeah, sometimes you got to do these yourself. There we go. Got a lot of research. You can do things like rugs, then you can place the rugs. Armor, research 3. Yeah, there's some big boy stuff down here. Oil press, you know, you can throw oil on people. It gets kind of crazy. Blacksmithing could or could not be cool. I mainly just want the iron for the parts. Cartography will allow us to travel to other destinations. We're not really into that. Defensive structures gives us metal traps. Ooh, that's one thing we actually do need a blacksmith for. Good call. Me. Let's go down. If we want to build out those mechanical... Yeah, we want to build out the good stuff. We gotta do that. And it looks like I missed a little bit of the flooring here on this side. Let's get all that. There we go. Okay, and we'll get a blacksmith. This blacksmith forge actually has to go outside. Oh, no, it doesn't. Just need more room. There we go. Okay, so this is up now. So we can make gold ingots, silver ingots, iron ingots. We'll do this until we have, say, 100. We're going to need coal or any kind of fuel. Coal would be better. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We're doing great on research. I'm actually kind of just like, I don't really need all that much. We got crossbows. Defensive structures too. Yeah, let's go with that and get the gatehouse up. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we got multiple gates now. And we just need to let them build everything out. Still a lot to do. We're getting there. Oh, look at that. We got the iron. Now we got the food. This is where you need a lot of herbs, though. All right. Yeah, so if you come down here, if you want lavish meals, you need herbs. So we're going to do lavish meals as the first priority until you have 10, and then regular meals until you have 10. You can also make salted eels, pickled vegetables, animal feed, pickled vegetables. You need preservatives, but we'll just start with the basics. And that is going to be Bravery's job. Put him at cooking of 2. We got a visitor. It is a bard. And he's on our side. He's a druid. The Oak Brethren. That is there's Oak Brethren. And then there's the elitist one. I can't ever remember because I never go that way. I always go Oak Brethren. So this guy is he's a restitutionist, right? This guy is not of our cloth. This is what you want, Oak Brethren. This is cool. So he hates history teacher. Oh no, he likes him. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, another thing we didn't mess around with were roles in the last one. So you have to have certain buildings. Things happen, right? So if you want a librarian, you want a broker. So of course, history teacher. I mean, if we want to make him a librarian, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But you have to have a private chamber to make anyone a role. So that is the whole thing. And we almost got our farming area up. This will produce so much food for us, it'll be crazy. It's actually quite impressive how little you need. Okay. So we're going to build this out in multiple stages. One is the sub-castle, and eventually this will meld into the real castle. So the sub-castle is literally just going to be a protective structure for the entrance of this area here. And let's see, do we have iron? Yeah, so we can make a grated door. Now, how much HP does this have? 200 versus 80, okay? Now, it's going to cost iron to repair. That's the kicker, but we have plenty of iron sitting about. We should actually really boot up our max iron to like 300. We should have a lot of it. So, that is the entry path there. Now, with that said, ooh, we don't have limestone brick. Spent it all. Come down here. All right, yeah, make it 1,000. Over here, we can make mechanical parts. Do that till we have 15. We can also make shackles, and we should do that until we have like 2. Don't care too much about the weaponry. Oh god, I go into town over here. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good about all of this. We're gonna copy over some heat to the crafting room. We ran out pretty darn quick. So now we're in a pickle. We're in a big pickle. We need crafters. Badly. We can't mess with our constructor. We can't mess with bravery. Bongo is a miner. But Bongo is also now a crafter. Secondary in mining. I think let's make sure we mined everything. We're about right there. Benjamin. He is a tailor. We don't need tailoring right now. We're going to put him to 1 on crafting. Ender will leave alone. He's really important. History teacher's good. Mantis. Yeah, Mantis is going to be a crafter now. Construction will be the second priority. Okay, let's get some more people crafting. There we go. Getting up that heat source. Getting up a table. We're making really good progress over here. This is great. And we got some more hay coming in. Oh crap, I forgot. I need Bongo Doug to finish this. We should get all the dirt we need from finishing this. We gotta cut the lines. This is a big project. There we go. Yeah, cut that. There's only gonna be one way up, unless they use ladders. Okay, we got some people working down here now. Let's see what's going on. Got some heat. Alright, yeah, we got Benjamin down here making cut stone for us. You're the hero, Benjamin. Defense is up. Oh man, Bongo's making short work of this. This is great. The goats are coming in, picking it all up. Getting salt. We're getting all types of good stuff. Nice. We had 2 more goats that were born. We're going to keep them. They're going to haul for us now. Okay, we got some serious research. Alright, what do we need for crossbows 2? The 3rd tier of tech. We're going to have to go into the next tier of libraries. So, down here. Ooh, where can we put this? Ooh, the ornate bookshelves are really cool looking. How many books can they hold? 15 books for 3? So, if these hold 4, and that's 12, this holds 3 more. That's a good use, and it looks cool. All right. So that just gave us ornate bookshelves. To get to the next tier, we need research 3. My bad. Yeah, we gotta get research 3. And that's gonna give us a big thing that we have to put down here. So that big thing's gonna need to move here. So let's relocate this right behind him. Here in the corner. I think that will work, actually. And then we can put that guy there. We need to move this onto that side, and that should give us enough room for it. Perfect. Okay. The farming area is done. So let's go down the line. We're going to do 1 row of each, as I said. And so that's 1 row of each berry. And then over here, we need a lot of herbs. A lot of herbs. So this is going to get weird. We're going to do 10 herbs. Do 10 flax. Do 10 cabbage. So we're going to need the other ring of things. I'm going to harvest everything over here. Get rid of all of these guys. Leave the apple trees alone. Okay. So we were able to get a lot of things. Carrots. I'm going to do the 16 carrots. Maybe about 16 beets. Big old barley field over here. And we're going to leave it at that. We're going to harvest all of this. Crap, I didn't want you to cut. I wanted you to harvest. Oh, that sucks. Can't stop it without getting technical. He wasn't ready. I can get more flax, though. It's not a big deal. This should yield quite a bit, though. I actually kind of like this. This might be the castle itself right here. This is pretty cool. I'm looking at this now, and I'm just like, If I wall it like this, it connects there. You know, like, as we can wall it, we have a perimeter defense there, of course. Then if I wall it here, I'll leave a hole for now. Well, we have access to the crops, but we can get that up. It'll help out. It'll make me feel safe. Okay. So now the next goal is to extend this area. This is going to be the watchtower area. We have so much limestone, it's crazy. Alright, Bongo dug. Look at that. He's almost got this side done. Got all the beds up. Nice. Yeah, we need to get the gatehouse up, though. This is where we're going to be fighting. And we're not going to do Merlins here, because then we can't... Oh, God. Got hostile, rabies-infested deer over here. Scare the crap out of me. Alright, they're all the way in the northwest. We don't ever go out that way. Now, what we need to do is look for ramps that we missed. And sometimes they can be hidden by trees. You got to be really careful. The best way to do it is to take someone and try to pathfind them down. I think we're okay. Alright, so he's on the other side. I think we got this side done. Alright. So they have to use, some kind of ladder to get around that. Got a wolf up here we need to hunt. And we're going to put all of our energy into this now. We need to get this up and running. Functioning as our gatehouse. This will be a gatehouse, but the castle is going to be back here. So if we start to see overwhelming odds, we can retreat from here to a better advantage. Which actually leads me to believe we should keep this as its own little thing. This should be its own thing. It should be like a tower or something. If we make it a tower, then they can get in that way. So if we use a roof, limestone, we're just going to put a cap on that. Yeah, the animals are attacking other animals, but that's okay. We're safe up here. Literally, once we get this done, we'll be completely cut off from things like wild animals. They'll have to get through this. Okay, so let's get up our limestone merlins. And we're not going to do anything on the inside, like I said. We can shoot down. I will do this, however. Okay, we got a good thing going there. But they got to get through this door, then another door, then this door. We should get some iron so we can get a grated door. Got a massive height advantage here. Another cool thing you can do, which I think you should definitely do, is get the torches. And you place them up on the walls here. Looks really cool. Here we go, torch wood. You can get the wall torch wood. I'm going to place 2 of those right there. And we'll do the same thing over here. I just like the wall torches. I think they look dope. Alright, so there's 0 stability here according to this. So the best way to deal with 0 stability Place something underneath it. Here we go. I don't know why it says 0 stability, though. That's silly. Oh, here it is. It's wicker grated floor. Horizontal wooden grate allows for ventilation and drainage and viewing between levels. Here we go. I had a wrong one. Right. Cancel the wicker. You have a bigger. Right, here we go. So, wicker grated. We're going to place that. We can see. Perfect. And then we can walk on it, too. That's cool. And we're going to do limestone flooring for these areas because I think it looks cool. I'm going to cancel this for now. I just want him to get up the other stuff. Bongo's doing a good job over here. Almost got this whole area cleared. Over, grab some hay. We have a lot of mouse to feed this winter. We have 1,280 hay. It's probably enough. I'll grab a couple hundred more, though. Alright, let's harvest all this. Nice. We need to put these ice makers on forever. And that way they'll start pumping out ice, which will help us preserve our food. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting castle, because it's going to be like you enter here, but the castle's back here. And the castle should definitely line up with this. So, here's the entry point, right? Let's go, yeah, all the way back here. Line it up. Perfect. So this will be the entrance to the castle. The castle's going to have, I think, the pathways here. So this is the natural pathway. You have one tile that can run 5 down, 5 across. 5, 1, yeah, there we go. So 4 between each points. This will be the corner tower. That's a problem, though. We want to make it kind of like a grand entrance. That actually works. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, 4 there, 4 there, 4 there. Perfect. So these are the 2 fronts. It's actually kind of crazy, is I think we can just do this all the way around. Yeah. This is 100% a defensive castle, so there we go. So this middle section is where they move around and they go up. All right. Perfect. I'm thinking what we do is we have a downstairs area where they can shoot out. We have a middle floor area where they each have their own rooms, and then a third floor where they can also shoot out. Because each of these is like, it's 6 rooms. So we're going to need 2 stories for rooms and a 4th story. Okay. I think we can do it. But we'll hold off. We'll hold off on my grand ambitions, but I have an idea for this. It's going to be really good. Okay, we're going to do a bunch of stick traps. Just a few more. Okay, I think I also want to start on this a little bit more. So we got the 1, 2. This is all going to be built in limestone. Kind of need to get this out, or it's going to look weird. This spot. Okay, yeah, we got it all going on now. I'm going to get the perimeter done first, and then I can just mine everything out, basically. Alright, so Bongo, you got that. That's clean. We got this part, and that's clean, too. That will force them to either you get in there somehow and use a ladder, or use a ladder over here. That's another reason why we want to wall things. Yeah, that's another reason why we will wall things. We got our water here for the moat. We're going to make a makeshift moat by the wall. Yeah, the makeshift moat we can actually start on because we need this dirt. So this is going to be the makeshift moat. Okay. Oh, crap. Here we go. Who is this? Melee 17, Culinary 17, and Botany 12. 4 archers. That's 15. 4 archers. Oh, man. Can we take it? Probably not. We're outnumbered 2 to 1. We're going to take him. We're going to take him. He's a really good character. Alright, welcome to the party. Daft Games. Get you set up. Want to get him all kitted. So he is going to be the cook. He's the cook now. That lets Bravery focus on everything else. So he's going to make his way over here. He's hobbling a bit. He'll get here. I think. He's actually a little tough. Yeah, he's going to walk all the way down and around. Yeah, he'll get here. Everybody else, get out here to start building up this last defensive point. Alright, and then Daft also ranged weapon, tend yourself, all apparel. So we're just going to get everybody out here helping to get these Merlins up as fast as possible. Okay, his blood's going down. He's got some stuff. He's going to take care of himself, I think. Alright, minor chest laceration. He was able to heal himself. Okay. His blood will stabilize now. He's in good shape. So we have 1 day, 4 hours to prepare. I wish, the one thing I do wish there was in this game was a temporary, like I didn't have to set every single person, where I could just say like a check mark up here, like temporarily make everyone do this one task. I'd love to just switch everybody over to construction real fast. That would be like the coolest thing ever, but whatever. There we go. We're getting this up though. Yeah, and we'll need to get the moat right. We'll need to destroy this and then layer. Okay, we've got a few more of these guys to go, and we are looking good. There we go. Bongo's got that one. There we are. Bravery's got the last one. Yeah, so what we need to do is terraform this out. We'll probably do a 4-tile wide moat. Get that going here. Flood it. You know, we actually should just leave the natural terrain. Otherwise, if we put down our own tile, they will attack it. And then it will flood everything. So, yeah, that creates problems. So let's just terraform up to here. Here, yeah, let's just do it. Just get it over with. Except for you. Now, they can ladder up into here, but that won't make a difference to me. And then what we'll do is we'll cut out some of this, and then we'll flood this area too. We already got our moat. And then we just got to go around here. That's not going to be too hard. And we already got the moat on this side kind of started. So we have exactly 8 beds right now. This is looking pretty cool. We got a good thing going here. We're going to be able to lay down some heavy fire. And get all 4 guys in here, and they can shoot straight down if they do break through here. Another thing you can do, actually, is use limestone brick walls to block, like, if you don't want them to shoot in. So, this is something I used in a previous video. I think we'll do it. Like, I think we'll just line this with limestone here. But what we can do is go sideways like this. So if anyone's trying to skirt like an archer, right? Then you go in like that. It keeps people from shooting in, kind of keeps them bottlenecked. There we go. And we're going to do it on this side too. Same dimensions. I love the lining tool in this game because you can tell exactly where things are going. Okay, right here. All right, so now when they funnel in, archers down here won't be able to see up into my guys. Okay. This is one of the better ways to kind of protect these areas, because they'll try to get in here. And so we're trying to keep them from being able to get good shots off at us. That's the whole point of this, right? There you go. All right, we got a negotiator. We're just going to keep waiting. I'm not going to negotiate. We don't negotiate with terrorists. And then you match it to here. All right. Perfect. Oh, crap. He went down the hole. Now, we don't want anyone to get stuck back here. What's great is we have a lot of limestone. Yeah, it's smart to do these kind of things. And then, if you want to get technical, you can narrow the hole too. Make it harder like that. Then, you can get a gatehouse out like that. There we go. Now we got a gatehouse. We're going to keep the side guys in case they blast through anything. It just gives you some structure. Hoping they don't get stuck back here. Hoping they move out in time. Yeah, we're going to utilize this time we have wisely. Get the moat going. We should definitely finish this part too. There we go. Yeah, they can just run around to get there. But if they do come in this way, they still have to run around everything. We can also, in these blank areas, we can get up other towers. In the future, I can get a tower up here. And then you can, so you can have your guys here shooting as they're coming in, right? Then you retreat to the main castle. So you get your pop shots off before their people come in. Then they're bleeding while they're trying to bust in the gates. This is how you have to fight. If I have a whole video on the hardest difficulty, and I basically made this really long maze, and I would get shots off, retreat, and wait for them to get through into another area full of traps, right? Because we're going to trap the outside here too. What we're trying to do is weaken them, get them hurt, get them start bleeding out, because there's going to be up to 20, 30 people at a certain point as we continue to grow. And they have ranged weapons, so if we can get our shots off, and since we take more damage too, you really don't want to get hit. It can pretty much kill you, especially if it's a heavy crossbow. So yeah, we're going to be building out the maze. So they have to get through here. If they bust through here, we can shoot. Once they bust this door down, we have one more door before we can't get out. So if they break this and they're halfway breaking this, we retreat everybody out to this castle. Then they bust out of here, and then we unload from here. So that's the play. You can kind of see I'm putting this all in. This is how you win on the hard difficulties. You don't just have one tower. You have many towers. But they have ladders. And this kind of actually counteracts the ladder, too. So that's cool. But you can actually pick your shapes, which is really neat. Do it like that if you want. Yeah, so if you want these to be square, you can make them square, or you can make them circle. Alright, and we have no business going outside pretty much ever now. We have a whole little economy up here. There's actually a drawbridge in the game too, so if we wanted to, we could have a drawbridge going out this way, and then lay it down when we want to use extra farming. At 1 hour in the negotiator. Okay, look at that. We got a whole walled in area. Okay, we got 2 hours. And yeah, all we're gonna do is, nope, no, not brick, not brick. Yeah, we're just gonna use the limestone. It's crazy having this much limestone. There we go. Oh my god, there's 19 of them. I thought it'd be less. Oh, I hope taking in this guy was a good call. Okay, we're gonna get everybody up in the position. And, oh, what do they do here? Oh, nice. So they're smart. You can see that they're in the building phase. So it's going to show you what they're planning. They're going to come this way. Thank God we got that wall up. I knew it was going to be a smart thing to do. So we're going to need to think about some other smart things. Let's get everybody possible up here. I want to get the next tier of crossbow, but we have a gauntlet. Gauntlet of pain. Bravery is towering above all. Put him over here. We might be able to catch a few of them. Teacher, put you here. Bongo's just going to hold back. He's going to help defend. He doesn't have a shield right now, so that's not good. And they got battering rams, I saw. So they'll be able to just one-hit these doors. We need to get the metal doors up. Okay, so some of them went around. Oh my god. Yeah, there's 19 of them. I don't know how we're going to do this. We're going to need to drop at least 15 of them to get them to route. Maybe more. It's going to be crucial. Okay, bravery. Guy. Okay, one of them made the mistake. Boom. Oh, those are good shots. We got one. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so towers are going to be our friend. Get everybody in range. He pops out. Shoot at will. At will. Alright. Yeah, let him fire like crazy. Okay, we got some archers down here. Let's get these archers. Boom. One down. The next one. Actually, target this guy first. We'll have to take the archer hit. God, kill him, please. Alright, get Hawaii's. Oh, we got both of them. Okay. Get the archer over here. Come on, get the archer over here, I said. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so 2 down. Do we have any other archers to go? Okay, I'm going to let them fire at will. There we go. Yeah, they're a little, they don't know what to do now. They lost their rush. We have a lot of good equipment that we've gotten off the enemies that we've taken out, too. Yeah, they have no more battering rams, so they're done. So these guys get here. So this is a heavy that can get through everything. Kill Brent. Brent is gone. All right, now they're going to try to bust through. Get the archer. They're waiting on him. Okay, fire at will. We just want to start hitting everybody. So they're going to start bleeding out. They're weaker. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, man. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, this isn't good at all. Okay, we're shooting through the grates down on them. This is perfect. Okay. That was awesome. Okay, this person here. Marksmen, melee, speechcraft. Take them. Man, not a single person hurt. Oh, except for them. Oh, we got them all. End it. All right. So we're going to try to take this person in. We do have cuffs and everything now. And rip, urgent haul. Perfect. Yeah, they're hauling everything now. Over here. goats are doing our work. Gotta strip them. A lot of good material at over there. Now, let's check on him. Permanently hostile. That's okay. Hey, he's bleeding pretty bad. Mantis is in there healing, as I told him and instructed him to do. He's a beautiful man. Now, in order to recruit him, we are going to need a permanent guy that comes in and talks to him. He's going to need his own room. So, for the time being, we can try to... We can place him in shackles, but that's not going to help us. Ooh, he's got great perks. Benevolent, outgoing, and winsome. This guy's amazing. I could strip him. I could release him. I'm going to recruit him, but we need a guy. Not recruit prisoner. We need a warden. Okay, yeah. So we're going to need someone with their own room. So we're going to have to create a makeshift room for our dude. We're just going to create a little wooden house. Probably should have made it out of limestone. Still time. I'm going to take that back. Limestone. And it doesn't need to be crazy cool. It just needs to be a room. Okay. Door. Get a wicker roofing on it. I don't care. We're going to need an extra bed anyway, right? A bed. Wooden bed. Okay, we'll get that going. We got some more research. Defensive structures 3 would be pretty cool. We're going to go for research 3. Going to go down here. Get out our new research bench. There it is. And we'll fit right in that corner. Perfect. What do we need for this? Ooh. Metal. Yeah, we'll get it. Well, at least we got it in motion. Over here, we're making mechanicals. We just need a little bit more iron. Alright. So he's healing. Now, these people need to be stripped. Yeah, we're getting them pulled over. There's a lot of good equipment over here. You can see we got, like, helmets. We got some good stuff. We got mail. So we just got to get everything off of them. Get it onto us. We'll keep him alive for now until we get up our guy. And we'll get this. Yeah, they can't wicker across that easily. I think the trick here is to do multiple layers. They might be able to do one, but they're not. I don't think they're set up for 2. I think that's the trick. All right, get all this stuff over here. There's a ton. Harvest all this. It's almost winter. All right. Yeah, this will be easy. We'll just have to mine it all out and get our second area up. But holy cow, we're doing great. Oh crap! He got. Yeah, we don't want him to go in down in there. We actually kind of need them to go down in here. Okay, my bad. We're gonna set up a wood stairs for now. Go ahead and get the wood back later. Right now we need to collect. We only have 427 food. We need to collect every scrap, and we lost. It looks like we lost all our seed too. I screwed up. Screwed up when I moved everything. That's okay though. We got the berries. Oh, Daft Games, don't get stuck back there, please. Alright, down in here, we're doing great. Alright, so what we're going to do is rip another line. I think that's going to be the trick. We're going to rip 2 lines like that. See if we can get around the enemy that way. But then they'll just, you know, come up through here. We got big things coming, though. Holy cow, do we got big things coming. Okay. Oh, we got this room up. Perfect. Get this up. Okay. So, technically speaking, the warden should be a person with really high speechcraft. That is unfortunately a history teacher. It's unfortunate because he should be doing other things. A very important person. He's like the big researcher guy. I'd prefer to have someone who's a little bit more passive. But that's okay. So Mantis is now going to be chaplain. And it's called Goaler. Not chaplain, sorry. Yeah, so Goaler. Or jailer. I say Goaler, it's actually jailer. It's, instead of a G, it's old school. So that's, sorry about that. It's not Goaler, it's jailer. Alright, we're going to put him to 1. I'm such a dork. Okay, and now a history teacher has a bed. He has his own room. And I think I can make him the prison warden now. Okay, roll. Okay, so I can schedule him for his duties. There we go. Okay, so in the morning, he's going to go and try to talk him into joining us. Actually, he's the perfect guy. Yeah, you can go talk to him and go back to tech points. So we're going to try to recruit this gent. And look at that, we got ice. Calling that in. And we didn't get everybody's stuff. Come on over. Yeah, we only have 592 food. Not good. It is the first day of winter. Got barley. Oh, God. Okay, harvest everything. Oh, boy. Yeah, and I hate when they drop stuff and it tells you not to pick it up. It's just really... I think the best part of the game is just seeing all your people, like, get cool stuff. Got bone armor. So, like, yeah, we got great helms. We're getting light armor. We're getting good stuff. It's awesome. Yeah, we got bone armor. So we need to immediately just get every scrap there ever exists. And let's start bringing in fish. All right. Yeah. Don't be afraid to, like, make little, you know, makeshift little town. Don't ever be afraid. This worked out wonderfully. We were actually able to take the whole raid with just this basic setup. But you can see why I rushed into crossbows. You can see exactly why I rushed into crossbows. Without crossbows, we would just get bombed. And this, you know, I did around 15, 20 hours worth of running like a year ago on the hardest difficulty, and that's what I found. I'm like, you just got to rush straight into crossbows. And if you do that, you can typically win the hardest difficulty. And you also need to, you know, kind of cheese it a little bit. But we didn't have to do any seductive dance that time. That was just sheer raw power. Get this before the cold comes in. At least we can get our seeds. We need to have seeds for next year. All right. Well, he's got his winter work for him now. We got to get all this out. Got that. He's got a lot of work to do. We have 5,500 limestone, 2,000 wood. Holy cow. Stop using... Yeah, we need to start using wood for fire. Oof. Okay. Right, we're going to cancel all of our farming of wood. We'll just leave this as a strategic reserve. Okay. We got the cow over here. Let's train him. Let's also go to our manage tab and overview tab. Domestic. Okay, we got another goat. Perfect. Oh, crap. I didn't realize we had these out here. We got blackthorns. Get rid of those. Berry bush. Yep. Keep our apple trees out here. I want the seeds to spread. We'll get some more stuff. We'll get a big old tree area. Oh, boy. Destroy these. Okay. Making great progress, though. Alright. So we need to open this gate. Because there are some things outside still that we're picking up. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to prioritize them destroying the siege entrance. That's how we're getting in right now. Look at that. We got some herbs. We're in day 1 of winter. Things are about to get spicy. Good news is our food will last longer. Gosh. There's still some loot over here, guys. Come on. Well, I guess the winter will keep them cold. It'll keep it from degrading a little bit, maybe. But they're outside, so that problem. Alright, here it comes. Comes the big dog stuff. Alright. We'll have to get some of this stuff built up. I'm actually thinking on the lower floors is where we put the rooms. So we have this out. And this is cool. So what I want is a staircase up into this area here. And we can have room entry pass here. Yeah, this is perfect. So this is 6 lower rooms. So the second story is going to be a combat room. I will have weapon racks, armor stands, and a bunch of places they can fight from. Third story will be another room for people. That will give us 12 spaces here. And we're going to need to build the whole thing in a limestone. So I want everything to be kind of uniform, like up to code, right? So we're going to want like windows, we're going to want this and that. It's going to be great. So let's get everything cornered out. And what's cool is you can make things round, right? So you don't have to have a square. You can have a square with rounded tips if you want. Beautiful. So round. So round and perfect. Okay. And then here, I say we have a actual gate. Now, an ornate gate would be wise. We'll take 5 iron. I will block the stairs. Okay, so we need to rethink the stairs. That's fine. The gate is more important, in my opinion. So, get that up, and then we'll place the staircase. There we go. I'll place it up. Right there. That's good. And then we'll have grates looking into this, so we can shoot down when they break in. Actually, hold on. I need one tile. Yes, he won't do it. Well, you know what we could do is use ladders. Ooh, ladders. I gotta think about that. A ladder would be pretty dope. But if we seal this off, this is the way to do it. Yes. Okay, what we do is we use this as another like way to stop people from getting in, right? Perfect. All right. Actually, I'm gonna have the door on the other side. So that doors should definitely in this area be like reinforced. This is a combat zone. The other doors will make out of wood. So let's just get this up. All right, yeah, let's trace everything. So this is perfect, right? This is good. And we're going to trace between points. So this gives us 6 nice little rooms. Okay, everything is beautiful. And reinforced door on the back side here as well, just in case they blow through the back. Okay, so this gives us a good thing. Now, these gents, I'm going to put a door right here. All right, so that gives us 6 rooms. Nice. And then we got a combat area up top. So this is going to be a little pricey. We're going to do it anyway. Cover the whole thing, except for right here. So these guys will do stone on this. That. This will be stone, but this is going to be... Ooh, metal graded would be kind of cool. Right now we'll have to do wicker. But this will be wicker, graded. And then we can shoot down. They get in these top areas. This will be beautiful. Now, for the top part here, we need to make sure we're maintaining pillars for strength, okay? Because this thing will fold on itself. So you do need some kind of like standard support system. Now we got the blocks underneath, but yeah, I want to keep this flow. There we go. Okay. So we should definitely have someone come over here and make some iron. We're getting this out. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming. What's cool is, like I said, is we have retreat points. We have a lot of good retreat points. Now, they were able to get through, so we're going to cut another line. And this is going to be a cool little castle, though. All right, let's start getting the rooms out. So, this is what I love about the copy tool, because I don't have to, like, reset everything. So, raw material... Ooh, I didn't set these guys up. Yeah, we just want to use sticks forever. And priority low is fine. Intensity medium is fine. And then we're going to copy that into each of these rooms. Corner. And I just realized I spaced on getting windows. I really think we should have windows here. We'll come over to limestone brick. And we'll align the window 1 tile away from the side. Okay. There we go. I don't know if I want to have windows on the back side. Yeah, we'll hold off on that. And we should have quite a bit of limestone, so this should work out great. Go to research and see what we can do over here. Defensive structures 2. Ooh. These are tall gates. We're cool without that. Preserving food 2. Packaged meals, not bad. That's for moving to other colonies. And armor. Okay. Yeah, we need to think a bit here. So they have to go all the way around to get to the crafting area. I think we need to make another crafting area downstairs. We're going to fence this right here. And we're going to fence this in right here. Little added defensive perimeter. And we're going to attempt to recruit this gent. And then if we do, we'll rename him one of the members. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I can rename him. If I could, I would. Oh. Prisoner. Yeah, we have to get him to our side to rename him. I was going to rename him one of my members. Oh, no, can't do it. Okay. I want that added. I gotta make a mod for that. I just realized he's probably gonna freeze to death in here. Alright, let's get a wooden well up just to have some water storage. Oh, I forgot all about the skip. Okay, so this guy right here. Group of animals. Wow, that scared the crap out of me. Yeah, this guy right here, you can see plants nearby for use, production speed. We're gonna get rid of just one of these guys and place one skip right there. I'm making good progress on everything else. We should get some dirt from cutting up all this rock. There's still a few people. We got to get rid of these bodies because they're making everyone sad. So let's haul. I need more people, to be quite honest. So I'm hoping we get some more events. I feel like we can handle anything that comes at us now. Oh, here we go. We had him melee one-handed. You want him on melee one-handed plus shield. My bad. Daft Games, I kind of want him to do like a range with a shield. I want to try that out. Yeah. Okay, so we got to go here. So the defaults can't be changed. We have to make our own. Okay. So let's make our own. So he's going to use any kind of throwing with any shield. And we'll call this ranged shield. All right. This is actually kind of cool. You can do this. So now we have the ranged shield. So let's see what he does. Yeah, I want to see if we can... I like that build. I think sling and shield is pretty powerful. You can put him kind of in harm's way. And he was just using a simple bow. Nice. So let's see what he's got now. He's got a sling. We need to make some shields for him. And we got the shields. I think I'll just come start stripping these guys. Prioritize strip. Go find you that shield. There we go. There we go. He's got a bone shield. Nice little hat. Ooh, a sturdy falchion. Bongo has a sturdy... I don't like that. Go get this sturdy falchion. Okay, sturdy falchion. I'm going to have to give him the bone shield. Oh, wait. He had a flimsy tower shield. I'm going to hold off on the flimsy tower shield. Tower shield should actually go daft. Tower shield and the sling is super powerful. Okay, yeah, I got rid of the bone shield on him. All right, daft is doing great. All right, he's having to run all the way outside. I'm going to... I should have came in one. Let's just do a wicker. That for now. And then we'll destroy it when the bandits come. I'm going to have someone build this up real quick. Alright, look at that. We got ourselves a sheep. We got 2 sheep. Train them both. Alright, when this is up, I think I'm just going to move the beds. Got, ooh. Hostile animals. Yeah, I'll just move the beds. Oh my god. We got 23 plus 12. 35 really angry rats. Alright. Well, we're not going outside for a little bit. They're up there. That's another reason why it's important to kind of protect yourself. Now, we have our defenses up. That's kind of crazy. Alright, look at that. We got the iron to actually get up one of our gates. Like I said, this is a retreat point. Okay. Fence right there. Alright, let's open this door. There we go. We're making good progress here. Yeah, I want to start kind of molding and cutting. And you know what I think we should do here? Have it come out this way. Then waterfall down into another moat. Have this be the back. We need a secondary defensive perimeter. There's so much to do. Need to be really careful here. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this dude. He's probably freezing. See if he's gonna make it. He's alright for now. I'm gonna wait to see if he has any issues. Yeah, he's just sitting in there crying right now. But we'll try. We'll try to recruit him. I'm gonna re-tag the recruit. I do know the better you treat them, the easier it is. Nice, recruiting attempt successful. So we're making progress. History teacher was the right call for this, with all of his stats. He's a bit chilly. He doesn't like his clothing. He's uncomfortable. I'm just gonna wear him down, I guess. We're having a lot of successful attempts, so that's a good progress right there. Getting some ice blocks made. Might need to make a better prison. The dungeon. Alright. Part of me is thinking I should seal this off, put a staircase into the second level here. Turn this into an outer tower. That part of me is probably right. Let's think about this. Okay. I'm gonna destroy the gated door. Give that. We're gonna connect this. Get rid of that torch. Gonna destroy the roof. And turn this into a tower. Second point. And limestone stairs here. Probably should have finished this first. Yeah, that allows him to run right into the cellars. So he's already working on it. I don't know how. Oh yeah, okay. Let's leave the site open for a second until we get everything built up. That's the stairs. We need to get this portion of the staircase up. Alright. They did it. They can run around over here. Perfect. It's up. Yeah, I like this because it fortifies. Now to get into here, you have to get to the second story. Or you have to bust through the walls. Those are both, doable things. But, yeah, it's hard. Okay, so we need to bust all this out. One tile. We need to make this a little thicker so it can take a couple catapult hits. Wall level right. There we go. Make it a little thick. I'm actually going to make it pretty thick. I think this will make a cool little spot for us. Crap, let's do the bottom part first. We'll come out another tile, maybe. Here we go. Looking sharp. Okay, let's look at research. So we could go into steel. Steel wouldn't be bad. Crossbows too. So we did get... Oh, yeah. We were waiting on the mechanical components. Brewing would be smart. We just don't have enough people to do all these things. So furniture too. Decorative structures. This will help us make rooms to get process improvement bonuses. Decorative banners. Yeah, we'll just go down that route for now. The decorative banners are actually really cool. Probably my favorite things in the game, actually. Alright, linen cloth. Because they take your Herald, and you can import a custom Herald. So I have the Nick Cage Con Herald, the best Herald in the game. And we'll place that up. And now we're going to get up wall torches. Here, perfect. Now another thing we can actually do is dig. This is actually kind of cool right here. I'm going to dig in and let the water flow in through the back here. And we'll get a well right here above it. So we'll have a well inside the base. And they got this nice little perimeter here. So let's go with limestone brick for the flooring. And we're going to do limestone brick flooring throughout the bottom here. The cool thing about this map is you just have ungodly amounts of limestone. It's so easy to build. Okay, well we got that back portion done. So now we can start stacking here and get down on the staircase. So this will be the next tower. And here, like always, you do a graded. They break in through the bottom. You have the capacity to shoot down. Oh, that sucks. No support there. Well, we can remedy that. Do we not have wood? That's so weird. That up. Down here, we need to be a little smart. We're gonna do limestone archways. Now, we don't technically need the extra support, but we're gonna go on the safe side of things and just overdo supports. We do not want this to fall. It's pretty darn sturdy. It probably won't, but better safe than sorry. Oh, this is cool too. You can change the windows angles, flip shape. All right, now we can shoot out. And over here, get the Merlins. There we go. That's looking sharp, man. I'm starting to think we're going to want to double. It would be probably a good idea to double this so that we can use the whole wall as a defensive perimeter. So let's do that. Double this up. Go. Except for right here. This will be the entry path for water. Oh no. He can't use his bed? Unstable temperature. Alright, yeah, he's going to freeze to death. Crap. Alright, hold on a tick. Not a whole lot of room in here. This is the problem. Let's get someone in there to help him out. I think what we need to do is expand the size of this. So let's just get the shell and then we can delete. We need to give them something to do. We need to make it a little bit bigger. Probably a little bit nicer if we want to actually recruit people. Give it a wood floor. We'll make them a little bit of a nicer prison. Alright, we got like one tile and two up here. A bunch of limestone we have outside. Biblical. Alright, this is looking sharp. Okay. Blueprint cannot be reached. We gotta push it back one. There we go. Yeah, double. We're gonna make it double thick. That way, if we do get hit by catapults, they can take it. And also, so we can put the defenses along the whole thing. Well, I have to bust this out one more tile, but that's okay. It's looking a little weird anyway. We definitely need to get these fields inside over here, though. Starting to get a little weird. Here we go. We got the cage. Perfect. Get a few more of these up down here. Gotta let people know where they are. Nice. We almost got this whole area over here. Eventually, I'm going to hammer out the whole thing, and this is going to be a moat. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do half moat, right? I do know that we're going to have another wall right here. Start on that. How we do all this is going to be interesting. We'll have a secondary wall around everything here. This will all be destroyed at some point. We might leave this as a courtyard. Kind of good to have extra space. I definitely don't want to move all this stuff. Keep it. We're going to move the shooty hoops, though, over here. What we'll do. Bring it around like that. Probably put some kind of tower over here. I think we're going to move our body room over here. Down out in front. Cancel this. So you see the environment took care of all of it. Alright, we're We're going to end all the tree stuff over here, too. We got to get the trees. This is actually something we should think about. Because I'm going to need tree area. We can put trees back here. To move the shooty hoops. Good. Alright, so this is done. We got the 2 layers. Alright, we got down to 568 food. I should probably send someone out to start fishing a little bit. Day 7, we got like 3 or 4 more days to go. And then some. Because you have your spring, but then you have to wait for everything to spawn again, too. Let's go downstairs. We're waiting on 2 more mechanical components. Okay. Oh, geez Louise, man. We have so many blocks. I actually don't want blocks stored here. Turn off ice blocks here. We just wanted them stored over here and down here. So, yeah, the 3 ice block makers, more than enough. We're going to do until we have... And, I mean, honestly, food isn't really that big of an issue. We're going to do ice blocks until we have 10. Too many. Okay. Looks like we almost got this up. I'm going to start deconstructing some of this. Looks like he's surviving in there. Thatch roof up. Little makeshift prison. Oh, shit. Oh, God, we got a cold snap. That's not good. I don't know why it's saying we have a prison cell missing. We have it. Oop, don't want to deconstruct. Want to construct this. I don't know, maybe we need to replace the prison cell marker. That will trigger it again. There we go. There we go. Now it's a prison cell. I don't need to do anything. Cancel that. Relocate that to the corner. Oh, crap. I'm an idiot. The wicker floor is letting... Okay. Okay. This is bad. This is just bad. This is bad and I should feel bad. Alright, let's give him a proper roof, okay? Yeah, we can actually fit 2 prisoners in here if I do this right. We should actually cancel the movement. Let's move it here, and then we can put another bed right there. And we can put another stash. So, copy stash. And let's give him actually a real bed. Like I said, I think trying to get them to like you is a faster way of recruitment. We'll put a bed right there. Oh, crap. Oh, I see. Those beds are too big. Okay, sorry, guys. There's wicker beds. Wicker beds are kind of cool. Oh, wicker beds are too big. Oh, okay. A sleeping spot it is. That's what you get. Okay. Now we're going to give him a... Let's give him, you know, a limestone roof. Cheap. We got lots of it. Should do the job. Go. Get that warmth up. I need to get this roof up now. Yeah, it's because I didn't have a roof that the prison cell marker was gone, but he's still stuck in there. Okay, once they clear out the remaining limestone, we'll fix this up. I think for the time being, I'm going to cancel this. It's just not doing him any good right now. I want them to focus on everything else. And we don't have to replace this ground. Just leave it as dirt. That. There we go. Getting that roof up. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, we have our prison cell back, it looks like. There we go. Prison cell. Okay, now this is a little bit more proper. We should probably get him... Okay, I went with wood flooring. Get him at least some floor. Maybe want to move the prison cell into this room. Yeah, this would make a great prison cell right here, actually. It's inside the confines. So we'll destroy all the stuff outside here. Let's start moving our ice maker. Over here is a good spot, I think, next to the well. Put water storage back there, too. Well, I have to go in and down in order to get into storage, but it's okay. We might need some more goats. I'm going to relocate this over here for now. It will fill up. But yeah, we need to start... We're actually just going to cancel everything outside now. It's a little too hard to get to. And once I get the flooring over here done, I can start moving people in. Alright, the shooty hoops game has not been moved yet. Come on, move the shooty hoops. And so over here you can produce honey and beeswax. You can actually make alcohol from it. So, if there's someone come and do it. But it's a good way to make alcohol. Make sure you set it up. Alright, we're getting close. We'll move the Merlins all back one row. So right now we have 269 brick. I think I have someone who's just going ham down there. Better. All my goats are just chilling. Not a whole lot to move. We need to get armor stands and get a lot of these equipment out of here. There we go. We got the cage. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to destroy these and replace 2. Okay, and then we're just gonna do it this way, like that. We'll have a back little alley there. Perfect. All right, Bongo's finishing out the second line over here. And yeah, this area is good. Once we flood this, it'll be great. What the heck happened here? Oh, that's right. We're gonna terraform over this way. We're gonna finish off the double-sided wall here. I need to get this all back here. Okay. So, technically, what we have is everything aligned right here. There's a window. I just realized there's a window into the wall. I'm gonna keep it. It's kind of funny. Keep it clearing here. Let's use this as our basis for where everything is done. I think we should try to like have some spacing. Make the moat a little easier. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll come down this way. There we go. It goes right past that. I guess I can keep these outbuildings then. Yeah, getting a perimeter wall up, pretty darn important. I don't know how hard these raids are going to get, but there we go. I'm going to keep this spot back here open so we can get the prisoner. We need to move the prisoner into these rooms over here. We're getting that up too. I think what we're going to do, wall this part, double, here, here, wall that in, go. Let them get that. Yeah, we'll wall here. We'll put some kind of defensive tower there, maybe. We can make quality beds now. We just need linen cloth. Oh, we got a bunch of rats again. It's alright. We shouldn't be going outside for much. There's a lot of iron over here. That's good. Alright. That doubled. This doubled. I think we're going to be ready for war. Put a door here for now. I think what I'm going to do is move the prisoners. We limestoned area back here. Like it. Yeah, let's make a nicer prison cell back here for now. Head up quick. Perfect. Okay. Alright, there we go. I'll make that a new little cell next to history teacher. That way he's just literally next door to it. I think I'll actually keep history teacher out here. Keep the warden, right? Next to the prison. We can turn that in. We can turn this into anything right here. But we need to stop going outside here. I'm gonna wait till we recruit him though. And we can plug that up. Alright, it looks like a lot's going on here. I don't know if we have enough soil for all this, but we'll find out. Now we're gonna delete the staircase. It's important you don't want them going down in there. Got all the resources out, so I'm gonna have someone remove that staircase immediately so they don't get trapped. If there's no way to get down, then they'll build from the top. But they have a lot of build orders, so we're just going to let them get to work now. This is going to be a little boring to watch, so we'll just kind of skip ahead just a little bit. Okay, so I got a little bit of an idea here. So the front portion of this is going to be Merlin's. The back part is all going to be windowed. Defensive points, if they break in, we have... if they have ranged units this close, you're going to need some kind of cover, all right? The idea here is we don't really need it, and we want as much visibility as possible. So also, what happens in the winter is it gets really freezy. So basically, I section this off with doorways, another staircase up, and we'll do residential on top of all of this. So this will be kind of like a balcony, and then the third level will be housing, armory, whatever we want, and then the ceiling will be another place that they can get a really good visible point from. So this should work. It's going to be really cool. And we'll have back rooms that they can sit in with heat, too. This is really, really important that you have the capacity to heat yourself. So that becomes a problem like in the Gatehouse here. And the Gatehouse is just a really heavy fortified area. Also building out another little corner tower here. We're getting the majority of the border up. Now, I just saw a negotiator, so we're about to get raided. You see we have like 10,000 limestone, though. It's getting a little crazy. Got a big old pile over here. I expanded it just a tad bit. I think we can fight from our gatehouse, but we'll find out. We do have a pretty good perimeter now. I also have some concepts on how to really easily get a moat. I'm thinking we just use limestone to build out a perimeter in the down area here, and we just flood it. And we can create a pretty, in these back parts here, we can create a pretty good moat. We can even follow the terrain back here. Like, make it look a little natural, right? We'll just need to trim out this section here. Connect it. It'll be probably one of the easier moats I've ever made. You want to kind of think like this, to be quite honest. Like, tearing out the ground is one of the worst ways to make moats. Just since we have so much limestone, right? So I can just use basic limestone wall. What we're going to do is just go with the natural terrain. So I can turn this whole valley into a giant moat just by doing that, right? And we can even align it. And we could even have the limestone come out here in the moat. So they have to go into a room. That'd actually be really cool. If we... Yeah, that's the way to do it. The way to do it is just like I described. Basically, just create a giant little point here. And we're just going to fill that whole thing with water, basically. Fill all this with water. It'd be cool. You do the same thing over there. You fill that all with water. So, take the point here. And that pretty much forces them to either cross that water, which makes them vulnerable to fire from above. Instead of having to terraform all this crazy stuff, you're just going to flood it. You need to be a little careful with these islands. So, if we do it correctly, it'll look something like that. Put 2 tiles off the side there. That's okay. It doesn't have to be totally the same, but yeah. So, all I have to really mine out is this section here. And this section here. Now, in a previous video, I've done this the hard way multiple times. This is the easiest way. I don't know. Actually, okay, so we had a negotiator, and then nobody showed up. So maybe we aren't going to get attacked. Okay, and the lineup tool is saying right here. And then what I'm thinking is we just kind of go with the flow. We have 10,000 limestone. All right. So I'm getting a little freaked out. We want to try to go with the terrain as best we can. All right, so I'm gonna start tracing this out. I actually think we should trace it out because if I trace it out, it's less terraforming. It will just perfectly align. Now the things that we absolutely have to get rid of are these guys in here, these little islands. Cut them out. Cut this back. Okay, yeah. So let's first get all the little islands, which it looks like we actually got. And then I'm just going to painstakingly trace everything like you see I'm doing here. I'm not going to show you all this. That would be terrible. I just want to give you guys the concept of what I'm doing and then do it. But what this will do is create a 2-front moat system, right? Basically, they'd have to go up this whole thing in order to get here. And if they do catapult it down, the funny thing is it will just flood the area they're coming in from, so it's easier for me. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a free person. They have mining and construction. What a beautiful day. We're taking them. There's not even a war possibility. And you shall be Brian Vlad 451. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Make sure to sign that waiver. Make sure we put on self 10. Go to jobs. Make sure that he is put on everything. All right. So we definitely needed another construction person with the massive projects we have. So that's a good fit. He's a little tossed. His health is okay. He's going to be all right. I'm going to have Bravery go get him. History teachers on the job. Okay, so they can run through this area here. We need to leave a small opening. I'm going to put it right here. This will be the opening to get in here. They got to go through this whole area still. So what's cool is when I'm done, all we got to do is cut some water into it and it will do the rest of the work for us. We'll have a mega moat. Kind of crazy because you look at this structure and it's just like, okay, you got castle on the hill, but you can turn anything into a super castle. You know what you're doing. I've actually never had this quantity of limestone. It's like every cell I dig out is just straight limestone. Kind of cool. All right, and now there we go. I did it all. That took a little bit longer than I thought, but pretty dope. So when I bust out the water, I flood, I'll just dig a line. It will fill this entire back area with water. And then when we mine out the sides, and then this whole area here will be flooded with water. And this area here. And what that will do is will prevent archers and things from sitting here shooting in. They can't shoot when they're in the water. So pretty cool. I'll trench around here. I don't think I'm going to trench. Actually, no, we will. We'll trench up here and here. I'll do a good job. I think I'll leave the rest of this as dirt because the water will be sufficient. We'll trench that out, and that will do the job. And we are in springs. We got this guy over here. We didn't have too many seeds. So we got, let's see, flax. We got cabbage, carrots. We got cabbages here. Looks like we have no herbs. We do have a bit of flax. We have one herb seed there. Beets. Carrots. Okay, cool. So that tells me we have the capacity to do both beets and carrots once we get our first yield. I'm going to do 10 carrots and 10 beets. And we're yielding 4 more seeds. We're yielding 4 to 1 on seeds, so we're okay. Now, where we're not alright, though, is... You know what? I think it's nice to have all these different things, but I'm very much partial to just having a bunch of apple trees. And I'm going to cut everything else down. And we'll have one of each tree that we planted in the beginning of the game over here, so we don't have to worry too much. But yeah, we need to broaden our horizons. Dude, look at all this iron. Let's bring that in. That's super. Let's get all that iron. And I got a little bit of diggy action out here because there's a bunch of dirt. I'm trying to get dirt to finish off these last little spots. And we won't need any more dirt. Island right here. We'll hold off on that. Our food is really, really, really low. So I'm going to have them come out and start harvesting berries. Maybe hunt something real quick. Aimed sheep we can get. Oh, it's a goat. Whatever. Deer. We should definitely start hunting. And yeah, let's go get some fishies. Good boar. That'd be a nice one. The animals aren't breeding as fast as they used to. Weird. Whatever. I don't know why he ran on the outside to do this, but what it's like... Okay, let's take a peek. I think we need to be a little smart here. So I'm going to go to jobs. We no longer require research. So I'm going to put that to 2 and 2. Brian is on construction. History teacher, also construction. Mantis. We need him crafting the bricks, so I can't switch him out. Daft. I'm going to put to 2 on construction. Bravery I'm going to leave alone. Bongo is the mining person. Leave him alone. Benjamin should definitely continue to do tailoring. Okay, so that's about the best I can do there. But at least we got 1 person extra. We're still a little bit away from mechanical components. So we got Benjamin doing the best he can. Keeping all that stone going. Ooh. And they're saying we have no more metal. Okay. Iron ingot. Come on, guys. 5. Alright, I'm going to have someone come over here and start some more iron. Surprised we were able to get up all our gates, because we have an ornate gate right here. It's got 560 HP. The only way into this, except you can... Yeah, there's no gateway on the back. Right now they're fine in their little shacks, so I'm happy. The beggar here. Never liked them. Always send them away. It looks like we actually only need a little bit of dirt, so... We could probably get away with what we got there. Our new body place. Oh, there's 5 dirt right there. Okay, we're gonna cancel this whole thing. We got the 5 dirt we needed. That last spot. I think what we're gonna do actually is a line of quince. 19. And I don't really like the walnuts too much. I think damson might be better. Go, do that. What I feel like we don't have enough of is like flax, maybe even barley and herbs. But definitely flax. We're going through it fast, and there's a lot of uses for it. So let's get up a flax field. All right, we're just going to let him get to work. All right, we got the last 2 pieces of dirt right there. Crap. Okay, yeah. For a second there, I thought it was limestone. There we go. Okay, cool. Farm is completed. Ender is getting quite a bit. Oh, God. I think I'm going to turn this off for now. I want people doing all the other stuff that needs to be done. Yeah, turn this off. We're not even making anything from the honey. We just have it there now. The production speed's so low. Okay, Ender, stop. Go do something else, please. I'm gonna just delete it. The only way to get him to stop. Not the object, but the production. Hopefully we can get the sheep over here. That'll give us some wool. That will help us. We got plenty of fodder, though. 1,500. Wow, look how many seeds we have. A lot of flax seeds. Right, entertainment, decorative structures too. This will allow us to get some of the other you know, buildings, stone carving. We're just kind of going down the line. I guess we could do cartography. I don't really use the world map. I never found it too useful to traverse. I've always been able to just produce everything I need. The ballista would be pretty cool, though. Put the ballista out over here. Put the ballista here, it could shoot pretty much anything over here. You could also shoot down into here, I think, too. This would be the spot for it. Alright, we're getting some of the trees up. See, there's herbs there. We got walnuts, apples going here. Quince. And cutting down all the trees over here. So we just got to get the walnut saplings and all that kind of stuff. And we'll start doing the best we can. We should have more than enough medicine. We need a little bit more herbs. Milk. Nice. We got 1,000 limestone brick. We should actually probably increase this, but kind of need... Yeah, I need him doing a lot of other stuff. Decorative tile. That's cool. I didn't know I had decorative tile. We have 5 crossbows. Why the heck does everyone not have a crossbow? Alright, we got plenty of good crossbows. I think it's time to do a new weapon profile. And we'll call it crossbows only. I guess longbows. Long plus cross. But they should not be using the crap. You know what I mean? So longbow, any of the crossbows. Yeah, that's good. I love the fact that you can do this, by the way. Oh, no weapons. No wonder he's all weird. I'm just going to put everyone in long cross. Oh, nice. She's got throwing axes and the tower shield. That's a cool setup. I'm going to leave her there. Melee in 1. Alright, perfect. Clothing only. All apparel. I want people to wear whatever. Cold. Alright, I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. We have 89 food. So, pretty much everybody but bravery. I am going to put 1 on construction and get this all done. Ender, also 3 construction. I need Ender and bravery focus on food because we're a little low. But everybody else, I'm going to put to construction. And I'm going to try to get all this built. There we go. Now we got a bunch of people on it. I think I'm actually going to get a staircase up in the back. We're really losing efficiency here. Having to run around all the time. So let's get this staircase up in the back. That will really increase how quickly this goes. There we go. If we see a negotiator or we get attacked, we'll just have to destroy it as fast as possible. But now they can just run up and down. That's going to be huge. I don't know why they're going to the bottom to build these when they could just come from the side. It's really weird. They make some really bad pathfinding choices. But at least it's still faster. They can run down here and then run down. Alright, we do have a merchant outside. I really want to buy a ballista. I need to put the merchant stall inside here so he walks in. Oh, pain to come out here. Let's do that real quick so I don't forget it. Merchant stall. And we can just place it back here even. There we go. Okay, what's he got? Ooh, he's got a book. It's an art book, though. We don't care about that. Basic research table. Oh, wait. Blacksmith forge. Already got one of those. Cartography table. Those are, I mean, ooh, a coin mint. I want the coin mint. We can make our own coin from gold. That's really cool. That will help us out with future trade. We'll do that one. Nice mechanical components. That will help us get up advanced stuff there. Simple heal kits. Alright, we need to give him quite a bit of money. Oh, the thesis. That's nice. We could buy the books and get some research, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to give him all the crappy clothing. See how it's all flimsy? Like spring cleaning. We're not going to make much money, but got to watch his weight. Okay, so he can carry up to 1,300 kilograms. Yeah, I always just get rid of the crap stuff. Really fast way to get rid of it. Alright, so I need to come up with 1,700. So, give him all the coin we have. That's why I like coin, because it doesn't weigh a whole bunch. But that's not a lot. Give him all the hats. We can remake the hats. Education-wise, give him 100 books. Remake that. Actually, you know what? We're going to have to do 2. We're just going to have to sell him our books. And remake them. Alright. So, we got a bunch of mechanical parts and a coin mint. That's really cool. So, this coin minter, we're going to install it downstairs. Have room. Oh, there we go. We got room. Right here. Beautiful. That's kind of cool. And we also got the mechanical parts now for the advanced research bench. I'm going to prioritize the construction of the coin mint. Okay. So 10 gold ingots makes us 100 coins. That doesn't... But it's cool. It's just another little piece of equipment. Kind of worried about our storage situation down here. Much freaking hay we have. And fodder. We got a lot. We need to get more animals to eat that fodder that we're producing. Alright. Yeah, springtime's coming in pretty good now. We're getting a lot of food. We're low on food, but now we have the full farm going. We should have some excess. Got some more apple trees. Once these trees go to maturity, they start yielding insane amounts, by the way. What are we missing? Barley? And herbs. Well, that's not good. We're missing herbs. I thought we had like 10 of those. We'll have to wait for the proper season. We'll see some herbs here shortly. I guess we should start fishing again. Alright, we're going to get a new game. Kittles. It's basically bowling. I'm going to have them prioritize it. They're getting a little pissy. I should probably be a little nicer to them. I'm working them to the bone, and we kind of just need to keep doing that. So far, I mean, they're not... I mean, they're upset about it, but they're not doing anything about it. Okay, we got him. We just did the recruit a prisoner. We did it. Yeah. All right. This guy is really good, too. He's got melee 18. I'm still going to make him a bowman. I'm just partial to ranged weaponry. I'll Herald, get him there, go to his scheduled jobs. I'm just going to put him straight into construction. Everybody's pretty much a construction now. And make sure that they have all their healing at 1. And welcome to the party, Scott Jacobs. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are in. That gives us 10. Nice. Always good to have another person. Looks like we got majority of this done now. So after we're done with the construction, which is still quite a bit, we'll have to turn everybody into miners. This is great. So we're going to be able to flood this whole backside here shortly. I prefer it. Kind of sucks to mine in the water. They hate it. Get these back. You know what though? I might just do it. Or we need to finish all this stuff up. I might just flood it. Oh yeah, we need to do this and then this way. We'll go down and flood the whole thing. That will be all she wrote. It will flood the whole backside here. We'll wrap around, coming through here. We just need to make sure all this is up. Nice, another merchant. Another chance to get a ballista. Our food reserves are dangerously low, though. We're going to need to think about some stuff going on here. The bushes should have brought in more food. All right, he did not come over. Thing. Did we build it? Oh, it's not built yet. Okay, we'll come over here and see what we can get. All right, well, it's only spring. We still got several months. So we should be okay on food. Ballista. We got another cattle. No, it's us. Yeah. He doesn't have crap. I'm going to start selling this dude flax seeds. Sell 91 flax seeds. We have too many flax seeds. Looks like he has some herbs. I'm going to buy them. Wow. I've never been so disappointed. But at least we can sell all our junk to him. It is kind of nice to be able to get rid of things that you're stockpiling that you don't need. Sell your junk. Oak saplings. Meat. We need to keep our rat meat. We're starving. We have a bunch of sturdy clothing. That's good. Most of it's summer. Yeah, so most of it's just like saplings and stuff. We're a little poor right now. I'll trade him a few books. Oh, he can't carry all of it. Crap. There we go. There we go. Okay. We'll buy some herbs and get rid of a bunch of seeds that we don't need. Got the bowling up. Alright, Bongo's back at it. I'm going to put Bongo back on mining as this priority. Mantis has actually become quite the proficient construction worker, so that's been awesome. Alright, we can destroy this staircase now. We don't need to be back here. Oh crap. Did this guy get stuck? Alright, we got food. He shouldn't be starving. Probably get a proper haul down here. That way we have a place to eat. I actually kind of like the water running through the cracks. You know, they'll have to go in and out. It won't really make too big of a difference. It's like a double moat. I think we'll leave it. Yeah, I think we'll leave the strips like that. I think it'll work out a little bit better. They attack from other sides, get on the wall. We always can just retreat to the main castle. Cool is we've been stealing the armor off people who have been attacking us. Who've been wearing bone armor. Okay. So the perimeter is now sealed in. So I think I'm just going to leave the strips. I'd like to get this island out of the way. I don't know if they can even get down into that. And we have a little bit of here. Yeah, just a little bit left over there. We're almost ready to go. Okay, we're going to take Scott and put him into mining. We need an extra person mining right now. They're doing great, though. You can see they're all moving about. So we're building up the last parts of everything. Right now we need to finish this. They can't access the wall. There we go. Now we can get some herbs and other things. Here we go. Herbs over here. Got some barley right there. All grass. Nice. Another merchant. Okay, we're going to seal this in. Gonna need to place the wood. Faster put up. We need to get some kind of staircase down in here. Oh, crap. Sealed himself in. Now he has to run all the way around. Right, let's get this staircase up right now. Mantis. Alright, Mantis is building it. Alright, once we get the moat up, then we can get to work. Let's see if we can buy that ballista. Ooh, King of the Kitchen. Not bad. It improves cooking skills, but, you know, it's a nice thing to have, but it's like, do I really need it? Not really. Alright, he doesn't have anything that I can't produce myself. Plus, I have healing kits. Healing kits are pretty cool. We should definitely buy all of those. I'm going to trade in books for now. I definitely want those healing kits. Okay, we're actually going to do a bunch of shrubs, I think. Maybe one of the easiest foods. Blackthorn bush. Yeah, we're running out of carrots. Seeds. We'll do beets here. Alright, that should be enough for everything. Okay, I'm hoping this new farming will help get us where we need to be. See, we have a production speed of 143 plants. If we want to make honey. I'm having them come out and just hand gather any barley, anything they need. And most of everything is built. It took them a little bit of time. But we got the new prison up back here. Let's actually just cut down these trees because they're bugging me. And we're working on it. But yeah, down here, alright, so what is he doing? We need more crafters now. The great construction project is done. Brian, you are now a crafter. What's great about those limestone is they don't require too much crafting skill level. Alright, history teacher can go back to studying. Mantis, I'll leave at construction and craft 1. Let's put Mantis at construction 2, craft 1. Scott, I'm going to put you at crafting of 2. Leave you on mining 1. I don't think we have too much mining going on. Let's see. Okay, most of this is done. So the next part is cutting that out. And we can leave the staircase here. It's not going to hurt anything. It won't change a single thing. Ooh, we got some good harvest here. And we're ready. Yeah, we're ready to flood. Everything's sealed in. Once we flood, one thing we need to do, destroy this. So zoom in, select all so it doesn't get everything around it. Was a good prison, but we don't need it anymore. So we're gonna destroy it. And we'll build out our real prison over here. It's pretty much the same size almost. I just realized overdid it. We're gonna destroy these blocks. That will give us a little bit more room. Perfect. Looks like we were able to train the cow, maybe? What did we do? We got the cow. Okay, he's gonna haul stuff for us now. I think we're in business. There's just a lot of terraforming and mining, and it was really eating up time. Oh, geez. What's going on there? Get rid of that. Alright. Second thing we need to do, terraform all of this out. That. Line it up. Yeah, once they get all that done. Ooh, dude, did he just run all the way around to mine from down there? Crazy. And we have 84 dirt, which means I could, like, potentially get some trees or something else. It's not a bad idea. Take a while. See, we got the apple trees down here going. And we're doing our best. There you go. Now we're at like 400 food. Third amount of flax seeds. Good amount of cabbage. Not a lot of beet. I'm gonna put down parts to 20. Got 20 wood parts. Now we can start on the big boy research. That up to 50. We're mainly free. We got a lot of ice left, so this is all frozen in here pretty much. See, what's the temp? So these will decompose in 12 years. So that's how cold it is in here. We're just not growing enough food, which is actually kind of good. I usually overdo it on food. Come over here. These are decomposing in 1 year, 43 days. Yeah, so I mean, if you can get it to over a year, you're good, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. All right, so we're gonna get a wood floor in here. Heck, do we have trees growing inside here? That's weird. I'm gonna put some bushes back here, just because I can. Every little bit counts, right? Gotta use every little spot. Now, we're gonna wait for maturity on a lot of these things, and once we get all the bushes up, so we're not even at, you know, full production. We're trying our best, but there's a lot to do. All right, look at that. We got our first haul. Should hopefully jump our food up a bit. Kind of good, though, to have... I mean, usually I have, like, 3,000 food and it's all rotting. You know what I mean? I think we're at a good kind of equilibrium here. Because we haven't got a full harvest from all the trees yet. So when that starts coming in, we'll have more food than I think we need. Plus, we just get all these other guys up. All these beetroots. Oh, look at that, another person. Tailoring 17. Alright, let's take them. You made it, Vakti. Maybe not the way you wanted to, but you're there now. Thanks for supporting the channel, Vakti. You've been around for a long time. Alright, so they... Oh, nice. They're already set to being a crafter. I'm going to put them secondary on tailoring. I want mainly crafting. And no, not a researcher. That is history. Perfect. And we'll set them to long crossbow only. I think that the setting unknown kind of made the attacks a little bit more random. We haven't been attacked in some time. Hoping we get attacked soon, to be honest. I'm getting kind of antsy. Got this big old army sitting around looking pretty. There's a lot of flax outside. That's why we're getting a lot of flax seed. The mining is mostly done. A few spots. Okay, let's take out the stairs. Alright, we're going to cancel. We don't have enough people. We only have 2 farmers, and they just aren't enough to keep up with everything. Bravery's doing most of the work. Let's go back up and make sure we got our farmers proper. Alright, so he's set on 1 for everything, so he should be helping. I'm at 3 for fishing. Bravery's at 1 for everything. Yeah, we should have 2 people out there in the fields. I'm only seeing Bravery, though. Oh, dude, there's some good berries out here, though. I don't know if I could pass that up. That's... Yeah, we gotta come out here and get that food. There's herbs. Mushrooms. These guys. Gooseberries. Oh, more gooseberries. There we go. Now Vakti's helping out. I don't really know if I wanted Vakti, because I have 2 guys with green thumbs. That's really who you want, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Even Bongo's out helping. Alright, we're getting close. I think we can probably get away with starting the flood. I think we're gonna kind of etch this into the lake. That. We can just get it all. We just have to break this dam. You can see there's a fish that's spawning here, so eventually we'll have... This could all be used for fishing, which would be kind of cool. Oh boy, that has a lot of food. And there's still some trees back here. We did not get all our trees. We did not cut these down. Nice. Cut all that down and plant it up in the base. 9 berries right there. Oh, there we go. We broke it. So it's going to start flooding. Now we have access to water in the well inside our base. You got to let it flood and then raise. And that can take some time. We can see it's blowing over here now. Off to the races. Yeah, it's going to flood in the back way, so it won't matter what we do here. We could actually almost keep this if we wanted to, but it does create a point that they could break in. Drawbridges would be useful for that. Yeah, maybe we should mend this to have a drawbridge back here, because there's some good stuff. We can utilize this. Okay, where's the water going? Oh no. Oh no. It wasn't a proper source of water? Oi. Well. Oh no. I thought that was a water source. It was just a small lake. Well, we still have a nice... I mean, to be honest, it's Still pretty cool. I don't know what to say right now. It is still pretty cool. I mean, it's a defensive perimeter. They have to do a bunch of stuff, but oh god, all that work. And now we have no well. Perfect. Oh, it killed all the fish in there too. That's kind of funny. Yeah, if unfortunately we won't be able to do a moat. Oh my gosh. The story of my life right there. All right. Plug up the hole. Focus on other things. Let's focus on crafting. Let's focus on limestone. Still have a pretty cool base. You know, it's still going to be really difficult for people to get in here. What's cool though about it would have been cool to have the water, but this is actually, ironically, this is actually more defensible than if you put water in it. With water, they can swim. With this, they have to, you know, they get over here, they can't swim across this. They can only run along this, so they can't get into this area. So this is actually substantially more a defendable area. I'm gonna keep the wood down into here. We'll keep the double. I'm gonna keep all this going, and we'll keep this backside for now. Let's go to research. So, like, yeah, down here at the tippy top, you can get trebuchets, incendiary ammunition, large bell, a war table, religious structures 3, chemistry, so yeah, we can make sulfur, power shields. Okay, what we want probably is going to be a subset of defensive structures. Oh, maybe we already have it. Let's check. Yeah, there's drawbridges in the game now. There's siege engines. Yeah, ballista would be pretty tight. Heck, even crossbows too. Merchant structures. Market cross. Every thriving market town aspires to building a stone market cross as a hub for trade. What? I didn't know about that. Man, now I was gonna end everything here, but let's keep going. Make this the longest freaking video I've ever made. Oh, yeah, we're gonna chalk up this to just the great perimeter fencing, okay? We got a cool perimeter. We did get walls. I mean, it's not like a complete loss. We have a very defensible area now. And we're, you know, getting everything up. And look, we got the rooms going now. So these should all be rooms. Those are zones. Here's our room. So we got 5 of them. So this one has a couple pieces missing. Go. All right. We can start. So let's get some rooms up for people. I know some people haven't had a bed in a bit. My bad. Yeah, linen cloth. Oof. Yeah, we need to... Let's see, can we craft that now? So we should have some from the flax. There we go, we're making limestone again. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to have to go with the secondary nice beds. I'm going to place it right under the window. Okay, and inside of each of these areas, we're going to do limestone chairs. Corner. They can sit and cry. It's a beautiful place. And just because I can, I'm going to put chests in here. No particular reason. Just the aesthetic. I mean, it gives some storage. And yeah, these are... You use beeswax on these bad boys here. But they're a little pricey. I think they're less likely to burn everything down, so that's the advantage. And the well is used to help put out fires. Now, I don't expect any fires in the important areas. I'll phrase that. Okay. There we go. We'll get these beds up. We'll get rooms. Everyone will get their own chamber. Now, Scott has his own room. Animals are sleeping in here. Okay, so here is the outside spot. This is fantastic. So, limestone brick. The whole tippy top. We'll see what we can do here. So one thing we'll need to do, get archways to help support stuff. Do it between each of the beams here. But now we have our little combat area in the front. Not everybody gets to enjoy. We've got a little bit of an issue here. This is where things can get tricky. We'll have to do sideways beams. We need to support the floors above. And the floors above are going to be another subset of rooms. Crap, I should have done this. we need to make sure we maintain the integrity of the build. We want this to be a consistent pillar. Yeah, this is a foundational thing. Get each up. Okay, let's go down a bit. We got support beams in every single room. Nice. We got a bunch of rooms now. I don't think these are assigned to anybody. That's 6. I guess they're happy over here. I don't know what's going on with them. Get some chests, get some chairs. Get some wall decorations at some point, some artwork. There we go. Alright, and these 2 back rooms are going to be armories. One will be weaponry, one will be armor. Unless, maybe I can fit them both. Make it look cool. We don't have armor rack yet. Or do we? Let's click on the weapon rack. Oh, we do. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, let's just do a mix. So these are going to be our armories. Probably should have... we need to hold off, keep the windows clear for combat. And we'll just do a parallel design. Beautiful. Alright, there's that. And then we're going to have weapon racks. And we'll have weapon racks down the middle. Perfection. Now we can use all the windows, and we have a place to put all of the weapons. Also, as I mentioned earlier, these provide a place for us to warm ourselves. So let's make sure materials. Okay, yeah. The sticks only. Do we have enough sticks, actually? This is the... I haven't been cutting trees down. Yeah, we have 2,000 sticks. I pray to God that is enough. And, okay, yeah, so... Stay in the corner. Oof, that's kind of bad. Put them in the corner there, and there. Unfortunately, yeah, I think that's what we'll have to do. Or actually, hold on. Let's just not build one weapon rack. I'm gonna keep some kind of consistency in design here. Yeah, we'll just place that there. Now in the winter, if we get attacked, we can sit in this room and keep ourselves warm. And then we can go out on the patio, start fighting. And then this third story is going to be another housing area. Off. And then the top of the roof will be the final touch. Okay, food's up to 600, not bad. Go get some mushrooms, some other things. I really suck though, not getting that moat up. Oh, it would have looked so cool. You can envision it, all that water. There's nothing I can do without an absurd amount of terraforming, unfortunately. Maybe what I should have done is let it kind of pool before I did anything with it. I don't think that would have mattered. You need a water source, so however it determines that for flooding. That was unfortunately not a water source, but a little lake. I thought it was a source because it was deep. But what happened is all that water, there was more room for the volume of water, so it flooded there instead of pooling. Okay, and we're gonna fix these edge pieces to make them round. Round that out. Keep the vibe. And there we go. Last one. Okay, we got a full garden now. We should have more food than we need. We still have 2,000 gold. Wow. We need to get some coal. Only 7,000 limestone. Okay, he's going ham down here. Making as much as he can. Thankfully, we still have a good amount of storage. There we go. I love the fact that, yeah, whatever they put on the armor rack is literally what's in the game. I'm going to put a few more of these outside, just because I can. I think it looks cool. And we need to do something with this space. Anywhere you can put an armor rack, honestly, it's probably a good place for an armor rack. See, we got any space down here? We do. Yeah. There we go. Makes it hard for the enemy to get through and get around too. I can put it in the back area here. Heck, we could put armor. Oh yeah, I like that. Armor racks in people's rooms. Makes it look like that's their armor, you know? I think that's cool. Yeah. I'm gonna leave this well in here. Actually, no, I'm gonna destroy it. Makes me sad. Now we gotta figure out how to get drawbridges. Combat training would be good. Yeah, we're a little bit behind on books because of me selling everything. Oh, here it is. Defensive structure 4. Drawbridge. Nice. Ooh, retractable bridge too. Fire traps. Okay, so defensive structure 3 leads into drawbridges. Drawbridge would be great for this back part, Then we can come in here and, you know, get materials. They still got to bust through the gatehouse. And then I just realized there's one mistake with all this, is that they can come this way. If they break through here, they get up. Crap. Yeah, they can run around. Well, that still works. If they do run, we can shoot from here, and they have to get through more doors. But there's only one proper way to do this, and it's a little funky. And that is to create a counter tower. Basically, just a big tower, okay? Pop this out. Build us a new tower. Heck is it having so much problem with this? Won't do it. Yeah, really odd. It's detecting some kind of object there. Whatever. We'll just do it like this then. But what you do is you don't let them just walk in through there. You block it off. Oh, because someone was already building there. Okay. That works. Alright, yeah, so you block it off like that. This will also, if they do take the gate, we could have someone here providing cover fire. So that's not a bad idea. But yeah, you just do that. And then you put a staircase. There you go. Now, if they take the gatehouse, they can't just get through here. But you can still get on the walls from the back part. Beautiful. Get these Merlins going. Merlin it up. And also, too, now we can kind of shoot through the sides. Cool. Not a whole lot of room up here. Maybe enough for 3 or 6 people. That's pretty good. Okay, feeling decent about our defenses. I think we need to say goodbye to this spot over here. Start mining out. Alright, we got 819. Yeah, we're pulling in food. 819. These trees aren't even procced yet. Oh, crap. God, Jacobs is stuck down here. Well, no, Scott can run around and get up over here. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's just got to believe in himself. He's got a path. You run all the way over here. Benjamin, too. I think they're just chilling. I don't think they're stuck. How is he stuck? Oh, my bad. Yeah. Okay, this is a problem. Okay, don't destroy that. Draft. Okay, so here's what you do with this, actually. You can leave this... Yeah, this is what we do. You can... Well, the enemy can actually use this, too, so this might not work. And ladders are actually pretty tight. Might have to try using that a bit. But, I mean, we could do a wicker flooring here. My fear is that the enemy will use it, too. Okay, let's get someone to build this out. Bongo's working on it. Just have to let them do their thing. Oh, yes, here we go. Now we can get someone to attack us, and we get a free person. Art and botany. Yes, another botanist. Taking them. Please don't tell me you're stuck. Okay. New person day. All right, Edmund, your stay-at-home dad gaming. Thank you for supporting the channel. You've been around for a long time, too. Thank you so much. Holy cow. We got a lot of people now. Let's go through the list. On crossbow. Yeah, we're gonna get some action out of this too. Getting kind of crazy here. I'm like, when am I gonna get to hurt somebody? Okay. Fish, grow, harvest, all of the above. Perfect. Now I think we're gonna be safe. Yeah, so see, it's really hard to get in here. It looks like these guys are still stuck back here. Well, Brian's got a cool little hat. Got Jacobs is gonna get himself out of this mess. Yeah, we got 16 hours. They're looking pretty good, though. Yeah, we need to figure out how we're going to deal with all this, but whoever attacks me is going to have a heck of a time. We've blocked off this edge here. We have a defensive perimeter to attack from. I have no idea if they're going to come in with siege equipment. Mantis is level 20 in construction. That's so good. Bravery is level 1 smithing. What the heck? All right, food 846. We're on the up and up. You know what we could do too? If I do get more lime, is I could wall this perimeter just like we did down here. I could do that here with another thing of limestone. That would make this super annoying. That would be the play too. That is actually the plays. You just make this as equally annoying to get through. I think we're fine, though. I think if I cheese it too much, it's going to not be as fun. We're already kind of, you know, a little too powerful. And the next thing I really need to do is start making this all look pretty. So we need to get all the Merlins up everywhere. I need to be able to utilize these tower spaces. Go. I don't think we're going to do any fancy towers over here. We can always revisit kind of fancy towered out. I never put anything over doors because they always break. We need to destroy this. Okay, let's make sure everybody's out of here. They are. Bravery, do your job. Over here and break stuff. Oh, gosh darn it, Bravery. I told him to come over here and break stuff. He's going to have to go all the way. No. This is ridiculous. In order to break this, he has to go underneath it. Okay. No. I don't know. At this point, dude, I'm losing my mind here. Let's just mine the cell out. There we go. Just break it. It'll just break itself. I did not mean to tell them to deconstruct that. Perfect. Yeah, our food is exploding now, so I think we're going to be okay. We're getting some rooms up. Once I get 12 rooms, I'll destroy everything over here. Hoping they kind of just assign themselves rooms. Yeah, we already got some of the racks up with equipment, so that's great. All right, we got ourselves a negotiator. We got 21 hours. I do not negotiate. I don't know the meaning of the word. Oh no, I don't know if we're going to be able to get over to this guy down here. I might have to create a ladder. Ooh, we don't have any wood? Or they can't get down there. Oh, they can't get down there. Doy. That's why we can't build it. Okay. We're going to need that drawbridge. I'm liking the setup, though. This is looking good. I will say, I want to get... Well, let's wait until after the attack. Never mind. It's actually pretty cool looking. The limestone slate roof looks neat. That's just like normal limestone. It's not even a brick. Yep, it's just basic limestone. Might be my favorite. Let's get that up. This is looking slick, too. I like this. Back tower. I might... Yeah, you know what? I feel like we gotta have a back tower. If they get up here, though, they can run around. I don't like that at all. But whatever. So we're gonna have ourselves a little back tower. This will just give us something to fight from. Also shoot people off the sides if they're trying to beat through the walls. And over here, we're not gonna do anything like that. Too annoying. What we could do is a little side tower, though. Yeah, just a little bit. Just to give it a little flair. There we go. Yeah. Little flair right there. Flair over here. We got some good little towers. We may never even use them. You never know, though. Like, sometimes, like, for instance, like, we could have to abandon this and then run, you know, away. So sometimes having these little areas is actually beneficial, or sometimes they're running around in here and you can shoot them from here and then run into position. So it's good to have little defensive corner points that you can fight from. All right, so what we're gonna need here is a staircase up to the final top. I don't know where these things go. We just need to line it up. Yeah, we'll just line it up. These guys here. There we go. Back on track. That's 6 more rooms. I have no idea how many people are coming to hit us. It's going to be big. That's all I know. There's going to be a lot of people. There's what it said in the description, how many were coming, and then what I've noticed, it's always more. Okay, we're going to hit 2 hours. Okay, let's check our area. We're going to need to shut some gates. I'm actually thinking I'm going to leave the gate open because they went completely around everything last time. I almost want them to come this way. Holy cow. Okay, 18. 18, that's not bad. And they're pretty dumb looking. This guy's got a bag on his head. Okay, we got a couple people with bags on their head. Some of them have some good stuff, though. Alright. So they're over there. over here. Okay, we got everybody drafted. Everyone into position. Let's see. Do we see anything? Any kind of ladders? 6 down here. That's from us. They're not going to try to get across. I think they're going to go for the gates. Gotta just look for... Oh, no. What's that? Okay, that's just a wall that's not all the way up. I thought it was a ladder for a second. I don't know, man. They're freaking me out. I don't know where they're going. They're running up this way. Hey, Bongo, get down there. My hope is that they come right for us here. We got a lot of crossbowmen. I have a theory that this is not going to go very well for them. And I don't think we're going to struggle. Struggle in the beginning, but once you get your, you know, your big boy pants on, it gets hard. Okay, undraft. So now that we do have them coming this way, lock this gate. Lock it. Boom. Hey. Getting back upstairs. Now our crossbowmen are going to start shooting while they're trying to bash in through the main gate down here. So our defense has worked. The new setup is awesome. And everyone I hit is going to start bleeding out. And we have a massive height advantage right now. And we're just going to watch the show. Oh yeah, this is brutal. I got one dude with... Looks like one dude shooting back at us, but I'm not even going to target him. Missing. Oh, they're trying to hit Bongo. Well, let's get Bongo out of the way. Here we go. Oh my god, we're dropping them, man. Yeah, we're going to put traps throughout the front of that too eventually. Alright, they both are the gates. We've taken so many of them down. Oh, they really just don't like gates, okay. I think we just found how to cheese. Hey, I just built gates. Oh my god, dude. We're dropping them. No crap, they're going for the big boy stuff. Alright. Yeah, it's cool to see the slinger up there with the throwing the axes. Oh my god, dude, this is a massacre. Oh yeah. Oh, no prisoners? Alright. Yeah, no prisoners. Oh my gosh, dude. That was ruthless. Okay. Strip them down. Yep, you're not going to make it, Kip. Kip did not make it. We got the cow helping with carrying stuff now. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Nobody can take us now. And that's with simple crossbows. We're not even utilizing the big ones. I will tell you this, though. I'm very disturbed by this thing over here not being done. So, let us build out wooden floors to get over here. And go over there. Okay, we're going to keep this one open. Alright, we've repaired it. I need to have him open this. Nope, nope, nope. Not deconstruct. Open. I want you to open it. There we go. Okay. Now we just need to make sure that we are hauling everybody out. Stripping them down. They may actually not have that great of stuff, so... There's some food outside. Good food out here. A lot of wolves. The wolf population will get out of control, but that's okay. Jeez, man, we already brought over that many bodies. Sheep have been hard at work. Oh, we don't want the wolves to eat the bodies. I want the loot. Okay, I'm going to individually prioritize stripping. I think this would be a steward thing, but sometimes you just have to take manual control if you want to get what you want. There's some good stuff in here. Not a lot, but there's some good stuff. Fine light armor, that's really nice. almost half HP too. Light fine armors, multiples. Helmet, I'll sell that most likely. Alright, we've almost got our little bridge out. There we go. Now we can finish everything off over here. Beautiful. Alright, I can sleep tonight now. I got that done. Great over here. Okay, so this is the best part of the game. Now, I'm just gonna, get everything going up top. Okay, we're gonna get the rooms. I'm gonna do back doors here just because of the way the staircase is. And we have a staircase going up. Limestone top. Got a couple little spots where we're definitely gonna need some support. Probably just do support all the way around. The halls here. Perfect. Okay, they got their work cut out for them. And then up top, it's just going to be a defensive point. Merlins. Maybe put a ballista up here at some point. Yeah, ballista up here would make a whole lot of sense, actually. Maybe even a catapult. If I can buy one. I need to be able to buy one. And let's round everything. Clean these up a bit. There we go. Some of these are looking a little weird. I actually kind of like the circle on this guy. I'm going to keep that. And yeah, we need to get the windows right. Go there. Go there. Got ourselves a merchant coming in. Window right there above the door. Perfect. This is looking great. Got ourselves a little keep. Yeah, they can all stand up here. A couple people can stand down here to get, pop shots off anyone running around. And then also shoot through while they're trying to break in. So they got to break through these gates. They got to break through this gatehouse. And then they got to break through these gates. All be getting shot by crossbowmen. It's kind of stupid. Alright, let's see if we can buy a ballista. I would be willing to sell all of my books for a ballista. No ballista. It's crazy that in the beginning of the game you can buy a ballista and then never again. Sad. I'm sad now. Okay. Yeah, anything flimsy we sell. They got a cool crown. I'm selling all the sackcloth stuff. It's crap. Oh, wow, a lot of flimsy winter clothing. Okay, let's get rid of that. Alright, we can buy mechanical parts. We just need a couple more things. Yikes, that one mechanical part was so expensive. Sell them lavish meals. Wow, we got a lot of iron ingots. Oh, nah, that's not really worth a bunch. Oh my god. I'm just gonna give them the flaxseed. I have 300 flaxseed. Give away 200 of that. Alright, cool. We just got rid of a bunch of junk. Like I said, I use the merchants. I've got what mechanical component. I use the merchants just to get rid of stuff. Alright, I think we're doing great. We got Vakti down here pumping out. And I think it's time. Oh, I'm actually so terrified about building anything. Yeah, I don't even want to cut into anything more down here. Just one thing wrong. And it all comes crashing down. Actually, it looks like this area is okay. But we got a castle above us. Yeah, let's not play with fire. We got plenty of storage. We got plenty of everything. Got cool little armory rooms. Yeah, that's looking sharp. Bedrooms. Yep, we just gotta pump it out. I think if anything we'll do is maybe create another stone mason station. Stone mason bench. Yeah, let's do another one outside. This is looking awesome. I like it. Honestly, if you have the limestone, it's almost better to build that than the wood, because at least the limestone has some fire resistance. It doesn't look good. Doesn't have, like, an insane amount of HP more, but it's going to be a lot more fire resistant. Then you build the top out with the slate. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Our food's over 1,000. Okay, yeah, we're in a good equilibrium now. Alright, we're going to break the wood floor. We don't need to come over here anymore. Yeah, and the little bushes did well. We're going to keep this hole as a memory. Now we got a dog. We can start training. Ah, so it's actually construction, not crafting for limestone bricks. That's interesting. I think I'm going to put the mantis. I only want mantis used. Okay. There we go. Mantis will now just sit there and pump out some bricks for us. Let's actually add that to the material over here. Limestone brick, so he doesn't have to run far. We can place it all there now. Actually, to be honest, the stonemason bench being down here doesn't make any sense when you take that into consideration. So, I need to get rid of some beds. I think what we need to do, put the stations inside here. This is a good spot for it. I'll get a production bonus from being inside. Okay, now we're gonna move that inside. Move this guy inside. There we go. Now we're in business. That's beautiful. Okay, that's gonna have much better production. Got a bunch of rabid dogs. That's alright, we don't go outside. Okay, now that we reset everything, let's get it going. Okay, now we don't have to set anybody, they'll just do it. I'm gonna leave them open. Mantis is on the job. Just gotta set him high to construction. Yeah, now we don't have everyone mining and doing all types of stuff, so anyone can come over here and start going. Now we're cooking. Cooking with gas now. Okay, I say we get these rooms up ready. Yeah, we just don't have enough linen. I need to get a lot better at mass producing flax if we're going to get that. We're just not going to. They're going to have a fancy bed. And that's about as good as it's going to get for them. Braziers in every room. Stone chair. And an armor stand. Okay, now I just have to build everything. It looks pretty sharp. I got the windows on the sides. The fortified central area. I like it. They can hide behind these windows and shoot out of them if they need to. Screenshot mode's probably one of the best. Yeah, that is looking cool. Toggle the UI. That's what we're talking about. And I always like to do this. Top. Put a door. Preferably a good one. Do reinforced iron door. Break through that. And yeah, let's do a nice little slate roof. That'll look pretty cool when it's done. And we're going to do a little bit of pathing. Okay. Make it look kind of cool. Tiles wide. Kind of like glitching it. Kind of weird. That's alright. Yeah, it's called the pretty up phase. Make it look pretty. Cover the whole. Go. Yeah, so it's definitely, the build is definitely there, but it's just not, for some reason, showing the highlight of it. But it's there. It's fine. I'm going to highlight this area here. Keep it going. There we go. Make it look a little bit more sophisticated. But we're almost done. We're almost done with the whole shebang. Getting caboodle. Looks like we're running out of wood, which is actually surprising. Got some wood out here. Let's put it down. Nope, I need to move this. Okay, let's move it over here. The reason I use the con here is because I like the way it looks. Look at it. And the wind it blows, it's funny. It's perfect. Literally the meme. Look at it go. Yeah, the wooden traps need to be reset. Got a bit of wood coming in. We got about 1,000 food. That should get us through the winter. I'm going to leave this, intersection down here just the way it is. I don't think we need any doors or anything. Got that. We got the war room. Got rooms down there. War room. More rooms. This is basically just a giant barracks. This is as cool as it gets. So if you align everyone in here, they can shoot out. This is great. Pretty much have 2 people making limestone at any given time. I'm actually a little concerned about our reserves. Yeah, we're down to 341. It's surprising that we went through at least 20,000 limestone. But it's not surprising. Same time. Okay, we got a nice little thing over here. Let's start cutting out limestone in front of the base. Making this, it was kind of cool by doing this is, yeah, like if we do this is dirt, right? I didn't think about that. Yeah, let's cut this whole section out, because then they have like a really narrow way into here. Makes it even harder for them. And now we can get a bunch of limestone too. Fortunately, we won't be able to flood it with anything. Oh man, that was so anticlimactic. All that work. I'm so sorry. If you're still watching at this point, that sucks. It would have been really cool too. Like this whole area would have just been, it would have been beautiful. It would have been the most beautiful thing ever. I got like this freaking orc looking base, man. Like Mordor here. It's all dark and gloomy. Now, did we get all the loot? Where did I put the bodies? Oh, they're all gone. The earth took them. That was crazy, though, that they were just banging on those gates for so long. Alright, most people have taken a real room. That's great. We can see that, let's see, how do they feel about this room? How does he feel? Is he happy? High expectations, entertainment needs met, lacking religious activities. He's probably a heathen. Hungry. Oh, there's plenty of food. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a good setup. He's also got a healing kit and stew in his pouch. Oh crap, I never got out the prisoner yard. I got caught up in so many other things. Alright, prison cell marker. And prisoner stash. We'll do 3. Get a brazier in here. I'm going to give him a shooty hoops in here. And then we can get them, yeah, 3 beds. Crap, I'm going to have to move this over here. No, I'll get 2 beds up over there. There we go. I'll get the second bed up there. Okay, that will give us a spot for 3 people. We're running out of resources. Let's get some trees out here. Okay, we got like we got like a couple hundred bricks left, but that's okay. Got the goats moving. The goats and the sheep moving all that stone. Alright, we're getting up these rooms now. 183% bonus. That's so cool. Okay, let's do a little bit. Affiliate 10, just to do it. I'm gonna get up a few more games. I just don't think there's enough room for everybody, kind of in this area. I don't know why, but I'm gonna use wicker flooring here, just to give it a little bit of jazz. I'm gonna simplify this process for a bit. We need to kind of like get these 2 areas connected so they can get down. It'll be a lot easier at that point. There's a lot of resources down in this hole that I can't get to. Actually simplify it even more. This area here. Go, 119. Got a little play area right here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Alright, this is what we're looking like right now. We're getting real close. Yeah, this is a pretty massive this is a pretty massive citadel. Many layers. Okay, these still aren't rooms yet because the ceilings aren't done. Alright, look at that. We got ourselves 1,000 limestone. Keep cutting it up. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is bugging the hell out of me for one big reason. It's a little off on the symmetry, right? Got 4 there, and now we got 4 there. Okay. That was gonna get to me. There we go. Now that will look a little bit better. Looks really cool when you look at it from this angle. Let's get in the screen demo. But you can see you're popping in here. Gotta get through that gate. You got everyone up here shooting at you. Rough. And if you get in, you gotta go in through the wicker. They can shoot down as you're trying to bust the next door. Pretty brutal. Ooh, look at that. We got another person. At no cost. Alright. Os. Welcome, Damon Sa Diablo. Oof. Got some bad perks. Sorry there, buddy. The worst perks I've ever seen. But we're gonna make you pretty. Don't worry. Get you the long crossbow. Let's get into tubes. Get them all up to 1. And honestly, they can do whatever they want. I really don't care at this point. Oh my gosh. Are they even gonna make it? Oh no. Oh, I believe Mantis is good in the ways of tending. Yeah, you're bleeding out there, buddy. You came to us in bad shape. Okay, so your blood's still high. You're barely conscious. Your HP is gaining, so that's good. Okay, Mantis got you up. I think you're gonna be good. You're not bleeding anymore. All right, you're gonna live. Whew. That was a little scary. And we're getting really close to having the tippy top done. Perfect. Yeah, wall tool shelf is one of the things you need down here. Need 2 of them. I don't think we have enough to get the proper room. We were able to get the library. The kitchen requires some stuff. You know, it's all fine and dandy. I could spend a lot of time just, you know, getting people cool rooms. And these rooms are modest. If we put aesthetics into them, they'd be better. But the people are happy enough. That's all that kind of matters to me. Are they happy enough to leave me alone? And I believe they are. Okay, so now we can get rid of all these beds down here. Let's get rid of these beds individually. Destroy them. This is now just a chill place to come and eat. And make limestone. A magical place. Yeah, if you come in here, you better get to work. Alright, we'll get another table up. We'll get some proper chairs. Yeah, we're gonna get wood chairs in here. This is an eating hall. Oh, whoa. We just gotta get the roof now. Building can't be reached, none of the resource. Ah, we're converting almost all of it into brick. Well, shucks. Okay, 1,000 there. I kind of want 1,000. We need repairs. Oh, you're just gonna have to get more of it. Cancel it for now. Try wood. Oh, that's wicker. Ah, it's gotta be limestone. We'll just wait till we get all the material. Alright, look at that. We got the rooms. Cabbage was up there doing his thing. Just need a little bit of limestone. Alright, let's pull back. Boom, it's just the merchant. These loud sounds sometimes in the game, and they're freaking me out. Merchant. Oh, please, merchant. Please. I need a ballista. Oh, man. There's a lot to this game now. I mean, I'm like 20... I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm like 20 hours into this build. It feels like it's been forever. We're at 93 days. That's crazy. It's only been 93 days in game. They take a long time, though. I feel like I've been at this for years. Alright. Once the gentleman comes inside... That's no gentleman. The lady. We'll come over here, and we'll try to get some stuff. There we go. Ballista, ballista. Come on. Well, that's actually kind of cool. Battle book. Let's buy that book. Actually, you know what? Books are lame. And I don't like these people. We don't have anything for them. They don't want to buy any of the weaponry that we've gotten off the dead. Oh, they can just go. They can piss off. Yeah, we have 2,000 food. Now we're getting all the apples, the quince. Like we're crazy. Got a lot of people mining right now. 5, 7. Okay, we got quite a bit of limestone over here. We need to priority haul all of it. Yeah, inadvertently, what's funny is by aligning this edge with this, I made it almost impossible for them to use their little ladder system. I accidentally discovered how to counteract the ladder system of the game. Run 2 lines and run a wall system before, and then cut off all the ramps up. So they basically have to get over 2 walls in every single direction. The easiest way in is through this gauntlet of crazy. And I'm making it even crazier by mining this out and giving them a little strip to get through. Ooh. Yeah, we can change. Alright, they're making me mad. They're saying they don't have the capacity. Get up here. Alright, let's give them a stupid ladder. Help here and build a ladder, please. Alright, there's some herbs right there. We can add to the garden. Alright, we got 400 blocks. That should be enough to repair anything. Staircase up. That should help us reach the roof. I'm gonna lose my mind. We have plenty of limestone over here. Okay. This is like Destiny, right? Destiny's saying, you know what? This isn't good enough. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. They can't get up, period. Because of the stupid door. Oh my gosh. I was like, what's going on in here? Okay. I see now. I put that... Okay. I'm a jerk. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I put the door on the wrong freaking side. Alright. Getting weird. Okay. So the staircase comes up right here. Tile in. Section that off. Tile in. This is where you put the reinforced door. Then... Oop, no. Tile more. There we go. Yeah, that tile. Now we can get up here. There we go. Door there. And the beautiful roof right there. Alright, everybody's sleeping inside now. This is perfect. We got multi-layers, as you can see. Beautiful. Oh man, that looks dope. Okay, we did it. This is it. This is it. Oh my god. So here we go. Look at this. All of its glory. What a beautiful, beautiful castle. This is a pretty little dope view right here. Alright, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've watched this entire thing, I don't know how many people actually do, and you're not subscribed, you should think about subscribing. That way you get shown my content in the future. Special shout out to all my patrons, my members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it. Everyone, have a good rest of your day.